You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, Dr. Dre is in the motherfucking house. So right about now, and I say, yo Steve, are you with me? ICE, are you with me?
Here's a little something about a nigga like me that never should've let me buy tape from Steve. Ice Cube would like to play Don't Shit mixed by Dr. Dre. Since I was a youth, I like Compton. Now I like the motherfucking Roadium. Buying a tape or two, that's what the hell I do. You don't like Tony A? Well, fuck you, this is a game, and I'm in it. Ice Cube will fuck you up in a minute with a right, left, right, making you sick. And then you see Tony A is on the mix.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio episode. What is it, 291 now? 291. We need 9 more episodes and we'll reach 300. I'm still trying to think about what I'm going to do for the 300th episode, but it's got to be definitely something special. Somebody says strippers. Hell no. Anyways, but you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and give some minor announcements, and then we're going to go ahead and jump right into the interview. But I do want to say we just recently had Lily Floyd. We just recently had the MB Riders. We just recently had Gil. So if you guys didn't see Gil and Boobo from American Cholo, they were here on our platform. Much love and respect to them. We just have so much content. So if you guys are looking for a good interview, hit me up. Some of you guys always say, Tony, what is one of your favorite interviews? And I always send you the D-Smoke one. The Violet Brown one. I send you Tony G. So hit me up and I'll give you which one to watch while you're at work. But anyways, listen, if you guys want to appear on Roadium Radio, make sure you guys send your music to roadiumradio@gmail.com. roadiumradio@gmail.com. Submit music, submit links, and submit a short bio. I would greatly appreciate it if you do that. Now, I got my new Instagram up, tag. They'll post it up in a little bit, but if you want to go on the description of this video, my new Instagram is up. It's at Tony A the Wizard. No, at Tony A the Wiz. Tony A the Wiz. Okay, not Tony A's taking a whiz, but Tony A the Wiz. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that up as soon as we get that in. But once again, you can check that out in the description. And those of you that have ordered your cleansing teas, they are on the way. They've all been shipped out. So if you guys want to order them, hit me up on Tony A the Wiz on my new Instagram page. So other than that, you know what? I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it with the one and only Afro.
Yo,
Afro, how you doing today?
Tony, I'm good, brother. Thank you for having me, man.
I'm glad you can make it. You know, now I wasn't asking why they call you Afro, but it's self-explanatory. So let me ask you this: you are like half my age. Actually, I'm a little more. You know, but I wanted to ask you: Are you a sports guy? Because the reason why I asked is because we just recently had KC playing Cincinnati, and we recently had Philadelphia playing San Francisco. Do you watch any football at all?
Despite my size, I'm not a big sports guy. I did play a bit football when I was in high school, but overall, I'm more of a nerd more than a sports guy.
Okay. Now, did you? You say you played a little bit of sports?
Yeah, I played a little bit of basketball when I was around 7, 8 years old, and I played right tackle and left guard in football. Yeah.
Okay, and you just never saw no future in that, huh?
Surprisingly, I was already rhyming a little bit around then, and my coaches were really supportive. They were like, "Hey, you know, if you're edging towards the dream of the MCing a bit more, we don't have a problem with that." You know, it's just I was a big guy, so they were like, "Hey, we could use the height and the weight for the team." So
yeah. Now, how tall are you? Because you look taller than me, man.
I'm 6'3.5".
6'3.5". You beat me by half, and the fro gives you a little bit more.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Yeah, okay. Now, as a kid, have you always been the big kid?
I was one of the bigger kids. There would always be a taller kid than me, but I was around. I was probably the second or third biggest kid always in the class, like around there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And where originally, like, are you from? Like, where did you grow up at?
So I was born in Gardena, and then I've been raised in Bellflower for nearly my whole life, but I went to middle school and high school in Anaheim, and I moved around in Fullerton a bit. So I was around Orange County for middle and high school. Then I moved back to Bellflower.
Okay, now something that a lot of people may not know, and I was a little bit surprised, but maybe not so much. But first and foremost, let me give a shout out to Adrian. You know, because Adrian,
that's my dude.
Yeah, Adrian made
the connect.
Made the connect. So much love and respect to Adrian and his son. If I'm correct, 7.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
7.
So
7 soprano.
Yes. So he tells me he's black and Mexican, and I was like, really? So that is true.
Yes, sir. Black skin.
The black skin. Okay. Now, if you don't, was your father the black man? Was your mom or?
So I have a pretty funny story. Long story short, my biological mom's is black. Biological dad is Mexican. My mom's now Martha, who I consider my real mom. She's Mexican, and my dad, I consider my dad is black. So it's a flip flop. It's a yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, let me ask you this: did you grow up at all on Mexican food?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, pozole, arroz con pollo. Yeah, I'm blinking out right now, but yeah, I can go on. I can go on. Yeah, I can go on.
Salsa and chips.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's dope. That's dope. I think that's so dope because one thing that a lot of people don't know either. My brother married a black woman, so I have 5 black nephews and nieces. You know, only one of them looks like he could be mixed. You know, but it's funny because my mom was a very, very dark woman, probably like about your complexion, if not a little bit darker. And it's funny because my nephews used to refer to her as the brown grandma, and then refer to the mom's mom as the black one. So every time they would say, we're going to go to grandma's house, they would go, the brown one or the black one. So yeah. But you know what? I love them. And it's a beautiful thing to have different cultures in your family.
I agree. I agree. It's like, I definitely I'm definitely evened out. I have my black side and my Mexican side, but if I can think of the food that I mainly grew up off of in my household, it's definitely the more Mexican side. Yeah. Like I definitely love my soul food as much, nearly as much, but Mexican food was always probably number 1 for me growing up.
Really, really. What's your favorite dish if you have one? Oh, damn. Like for me, it's un plato de chile verde, green chili, rice and beans, tortillas.
I wouldn't consider mine's really a dish, but carne asada fries. Okay. It's simple. It's a simple go-to, and for a chubby guy like me, yeah, I just love it. I can eat that every day. So
okay. Now you said I'm more of a nerd. Can you explain that? Because I considered myself growing up, I want to say maybe elementary and junior high school. Back then it was junior high, not necessarily middle school like it is today. I considered myself a nerd because I was just into art and I liked being alone.
And this, I can see.
Yeah.
This is my type of stuff right here too. I mean, what I consider a nerd is just someone who's really super passionate about me. I love movies. I love music. I love hip hop. I love all types of genres of music, and I love studying. I just love collecting. I'm a collector, and I consider that in a cool way, just being a nerd, like just someone that really loves a certain subject, is just super passionate about it. With me, that's how I am. That's how I am with movies for sure, and hip hop too. But movies, growing up, always wanted to be in the movies. Always would watch, put on like 5 movies a day or some crazy stuff like that.
Really?
But yeah, I was just super into it. And growing up, they would always say, "Oh, you're 8 years old, 9 years old. Why do you feel like you're like 30, 40 years old watching the stuff you're watching?" I was like, I just love this stuff. Growing up, I'd be watching Spike Lee or just random, I'd be going back all types of,
do the right
back
thing,
all years, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Absolutely. And all types. I mean, I love Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Scared Stupid, goofy stuff like that, just all types of stuff.
Damn, you watch Ernest?
Yeah. Growing up, Ernest was one of my heroes.
No shit.
Jim Varney, yeah. That's my dude.
Okay, the reason why I say that is because I'm trying to I know it was in the 80s, and I was like either 19 or 18 years old. My second job, I went to go work at a video store.
Awesome. Yeah.
I learned how to run the system there. So I told my mom, I think I'm ready. She goes, ready for what? And I go, I saved up enough money. Why don't we look for a place? I know where to go buy movies. I could open up our own video store. So I was a big time movie guy. Predator, La Bamba, whatever was I put it on. So I was a big time, movie guy. 4 or 5 movies a day, just like
Absolutely.
that. And to me, even though I have Netflix and I have Hulu and I have Amazon, I have all that shit. With me, I still like to put on a Blu-ray.
That's how I am. That's how, like to me, collecting. That's just my heart. I feel the streaming is there, but there was a certain magic to picking up the physical, like the physical going, like, yo, this is coming out this Tuesday. This movie's coming out. And I remember being 12, 13, 14 years old. I'm going straight to the spot. I'm going straight to the movie spot, grabbing like 5 Blu-rays right there. I was always on that. Like, that's my heart right there.
So you are an old soul.
That's what they call me. That's what they call me that.
Okay, because Ernest, you know who looks like Ernest today? John Cena.
I see the memes a lot. I see a lot of the side-by-side comparisons. Yeah. There were even 1 or 2 people going like, cast John Cena as Ernest, and I'm not ready for that, but I'm seeing the memes and stuff, so you never know.
Right. Well, I'm a big meme guy, and that's why I think my pages get deleted. But anyways, now let me ask you this. Now, as far as growing up with your mom and your dad, what type of music would you say was played in your home as a young kid?
So, little bit of mix. My moms and pops, I remember early 6, 7 years old, they had Nas, Biggie, Tupac CDs laying around. But mi abuelo, he was my introduction to oldies, like I'm Your Puppet or Temptations, and the oldies are my heart too. So I remember those really cool memories. Being young, we're in the van cruising, and just me and Abuelo like bumping oldies. Like those memories are awesome to me too. So definitely, I remember those early memories, and I would sneak off and open those Nas and Tupac and Biggie CDs. Like, okay, what are these? I thought the covers were cool, the explicit content stickers. I was like, oh, it felt like it's something I shouldn't listen to at that age, but I was like, give me that little feeling. I was like, yeah, I'm about to go sneak off and listen to this. And surprisingly, my moms and pops were really supportive. Like, once I started hearing it, I was like, I liked it. Like, this stuff is dope. I love the beats. I can't really tell what they're saying at this age, but I love the feel and the flow and what I'm listening to. So I just gravitated to that. And they were really supportive. They were like, hey, no problem, long as you're not doing anything crazy or whatever, you're listening to that, no problem. So they were really cool with me with that. And they were even more supportive when I started showing an interest in, like, hey, I want to do this. Like, I was 9 years old when I heard Rakim for the first time.
Oh, wow.
It was Microphone Fiend. I remember like it was yesterday. I was already a little bit of a computer whiz at 9, so I would surf through YouTube and just be like, what's new today? What's new today? I saw a thumbnail of Microphone Fiend, and I'm like, yo, this looks amazing. What is this? I seen the gold rope chains and everything. I was like, this looks incredible. I click on it. The beat automatically, I'm like, yo, what am I listening to? Then when Rakim started to spit, I was like, I want to do what he's like. I want to do that.
And you were how old?
I was 9 years old. I was 9. Yeah.
9 years old.
It's like, I want to do that. So
I believe this was, I'm trying to remember the fucking, I want to say probably 87. I came in the door. I said it before. I never let the mic. But when I first heard that, I thought like, who in the hell is this? Now, I always tell people this, so people already know, so I may sound like a broken record, but you being a youngster, I think you understand that idiom of what a broken record is. Today, people will understand it as it's a glitch MP3, okay? So now, Rakim, and this is in no specific order. My favorite rappers growing up, Rakim, KRS, Chuck D from Public Enemy.
Awesome.
Okay.
Great 3.
Those
phenomenal 3.
Yeah, I was raised on East Coast rap because that's where it was coming up, and then of course the West Coast legends all started coming up. Whether it was Toddy T, whether it was Mixed Master Spade, whether it was King T. A lot of people don't know that DJ Pooh Red from Friday. Yep. They don't know he was a DJ. They don't know he was a producer.
Producer. Yep.
Amazing producer. Then of course NWA came in, and then that started the West Coast sound. East Coast had their sound. Down South had their sound. I like that time because everybody had their sound. The thing that pisses me off today, today, in my opinion, everybody sounds the same.
Okay.
Everybody,
I can see that. I can understand that.
Like for an example, let's just say when rap first started, again, we had Rapper's Delight, which was Sugar Hill Gang. Then we had, just to name a few, Melly Mel,
Grandmaster Flash,
and the Furious 5. Yep. The Tetris 3, then you had Run DMC, you had the Fat Boys, you had Salt and Pepper, you had UTFO, Spoonie G, you had Schoolie D. Okay, then eventually we go on to Tribe Called Quest, we go into the Wu-Tang.
The Nas's and stuff.
Right.
Right.
See, back then, and I have to quote Snoop, he said this, in the 80s and 90s, no two rappers sounded the same. He said, if you take somebody's style, you're biting. You're a biter. Today, nobody calls nobody a biter. It's almost like biting played out. Let's just all do it.
Right. Nobody really calls out each other. Anything is kind of accepted.
Right. So that's the problem that I have with music today. I don't have a problem with people wanting to chase their dreams and become a rapper, become an artist. It's just like, I guess the way I think, nobody has ever made a difference being like everybody else. It's almost like you have to step out. And I think that's what makes you different.
And I do agree with that, because I feel in order to stand out, it's as simple as just being yourself. I feel like a lot of people, when they try to chase a certain like other person's style or another flow, it's like you're not really being yourself.
Yes.
It's like, yo, the more you're being yourself, the more special I feel that you are. It's like, yo, like you have this confidence, you have your specific type of flow, or you have your way that you go through the writing or the process, recording, whatever it is. You have this aura because you're not part of the pack. You're doing your own thing, and you're already beating a large amount of people, because a large amount of people want to do what somebody else is doing, in a way, or with the music or the chasing a flow or whichever. It's like, yo, you're already standing out, just being yourself.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
And that's just, and it sounds, I can see how it sounds a little bit easier said than done, but yeah, it's simple to me. It's just just being yourself.
Okay. Yeah. No, I agree with you. But now let me ask you this. You said at 9 years old, you were somewhat already of a computer whiz. How did that start?
So 9 years old, trying to timeline. I want to shout out my really close friend Rod. He was sick. He would jailbreak PSPs and phones. He would be able to play GameCube games on PSPs.
Really?
Like just crazy stuff. I'm like, I don't know how you're doing it. So I would go over to his crib and just watch. I would see these codes on his computer and it's like movie stuff, like what those computer technicians are doing in movies, like the beep 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 and all those. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? That's insane. So I took a little bit interest in just overall just kind of surfing through computers and seeing how they work. And then I took a multimedia class in middle school. So I want to shout out my middle school for that. And in multimedia, I was able to learn how to edit videos, how to do the movie editing and video editing. So a majority of my videos you see on my channels and stuff, I edit myself. Like a good amount of them, not all of them, but a good amount of them, I do the editing myself.
You're the first one as ever. Well, we've already done 300 episodes, but on different. We have different shows here. But as far as this is episode 291. But you're the first one that's ever shouted out their middle school, which is so dope.
Well, I want to shout out my high school, Magnolia, too, because there were a good amount of teachers there that were supportive. I would be writing in my classroom. I try to get my work done too, but they would see me writing, like doing little side quests with my notepad, just trying to write and think of some rhymes. They would walk up, like a good amount of them walk up and they'd be like, "No problem. Hey, do your thing. No problem. I see what you're writing. You have a nice." Cool. If that's what you want to do, cool. So I did have a good amount of support growing up, and I'm grateful for that, because I know the same can't be said for a lot of people growing up too. So right. I'm really grateful for that.
Now, did you get good grades in school?
I could have done a little bit better if I wanted to. I was that kind of student. Okay. I kind of took it for granted. I was like, I wasn't the bad kid. I was more of the middle kid, but I could have been the A kid if I really wanted to. That was just like, it was a bit of laziness and procrastination and just kind of an attitude sometimes where you're just like, I want to rhyme. It's like, I want to rhyme. But I know that the schoolwork was important, but I was able, like occasionally I could ace an A+. Occasionally I could put in a nice A+ and make moms proud a little bit. But, but I was that kind of student. I could have did better, but it is what it is.
Well, it's good to make your mom proud of it, to make your parents proud overall.
Right.
Now let me ask you this. Would you say, and I believe you said it, that Rakim was pretty much the beginning of like, this is what I want to do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Now see, for me, I was 11 years old where I knew that DJing was going to be it for me. I knew it at 11 years old, but you're saying 9 years old. So what comes next for a 9-year-old? Do you just start like, how did you start rhyming? Like some people said, well, I would copy like, let's just say 50 Cent's lyrics and then just kind of rap it myself. Since I'm not a rapper, I'm asking from a non-rapper's perspective of like, how did you start putting rhymes together? Like,
My process was a little bit weird because I had a mixed match. It was what you said too. There was a time where I would write down Rakim lyrics and Busta lyrics and Chip Fu and Tongue Twister lyrics for the fast rap stuff and all that.
Okay.
And I would try to write it down and try to mimic that to see if I can do it. So I did have that part too. But there were also moments of me just trying to brainstorm. Let's say I would watch a movie or I would watch something like, or let's say Scarface or something. I'd be like, dang, I want to make a song about Tony Montana. You know, like tons of people have done it, but it's just a little example. It's like a little example. I'm like, I would get inspiration off like movies and the interests I was taking, like the stuff I was interested in.
Yeah.
And I would just put that into my rhymes. I'm like, yo, that's how, like, okay, let's make a song about this. Let's make a song about, okay, and that's how I would try to tackle studying my lyrics and stuff. But I want to shout out my influences too, because without a G-Rap, without a Sean Price, without a Busta, without a Tongue Twister, Chip Fu, without the Wu-Tang, Ghostface guys, without R-Rated Rugged Man, without MF Doom, Pharoah Monch, Jizza, Rakim, like KRS, Daddy Kane, without all those guys, there would be no Fro. Because I wouldn't say I bit, but I did get some influence with how these guys either flow or how they make their albums, how they make their music, and their overall process. So I was a student. I'm a student. I still to this day, I'm a student. I study these guys. Yeah. And I study their flows. And I never bite lyrics, never bite rhymes. It's just like, let me see if I can try to do a little Ghostface flow or do a little, Sean Price flow or something like this, and pay homage too. Because when I pay homage, I'm also, the next line, maybe 10 times out of 10, I'm like, the next line is, oh, Sean P. or Ghostface, or so I'm shouting them out too. You know what I mean? Right. And it's just a big influence. Like, that's how I would, because it's very easy to bite somebody. Yeah. And we've heard it a lot where somebody's like, yo, this dude just straight up took a whole Ghostface verse, like word for word, or like 8 bars of Ghostfaces. Right. So that's the line right there. It's a big difference. But for me, I'm definitely I definitely push for people to be inspired. Find out the guys who were before you and see what they did. You might find some gold that you love. Yeah, yeah. And that's how I just grew up. Just grew up listening to my favorite guys. So 9 years old, you're putting raps together. When was the first time that you decided to, like, hey, let me show you guys? How was that? Good question. I actually had a pretty cool first reaction. My family was always supportive, which I was grateful for. But in middle school, I had a talent show, and I'm going to say 8th grade. And we had 2 assemblies. We had first assembly and second assembly, and I won both assemblies. I won first prize and second prize on both of them. And I beatboxed, and I kicked the flow. I rhymed over Dre's Bar 1 beat off of 2001, off Chronic 2001. I rhymed over the bar, the doom doom, the Bar 1 beat, and just kicked like a 16 bars, and I won. So that was one of the first moments where I really showed what I wanted to do to like a crowd. Were people surprised that that came out of you? They did look at me as like the big Cleveland Brown or Teddy Bear kind of looking guy. So yeah, you can't see it on some faces where they're like, "Yo, he can spit." So that was pretty cool. That was cool. Okay. That was cool from some friends too, and then from some girlies too. That does feel nice. Yeah, of course. No, he can rhyme. Exactly. So you actually beatbox as well? Yes. Do you still do that? Yeah, once in a while. Yeah. Okay. The first time I ever saw KRS-One perform, De La Soul was performing. This was in the 80s. De La Soul had released their first, I think it's called 3 Feet High and Rising, their first album. Yep. Okay. They were performing. I saw them live, and then KRS-One just happened to be there. So they asked him, come out here and spit. He didn't have his music. Got a guy that came with them, give me a mic. So he started beatboxing. Then he started, the P is free because the crack costs money. The fucking crowd just erupted. Sick. Oh, dude. Talk about, to me, I was there to watch De La Soul, but De La Soul could have exited the stage and just let KRS finish. You know what I'm saying? And then he finally threw in one of his beats. Somebody found one of his instrumentals, so he rapped to it. And then eventually I ended up seeing him again when Love's Gonna Get You came out. Bro. Because that's off. Is that one off the Blueprint? Or is that, because I know they have the one by any necessary where he's the Malcolm X photo.
That was my favorite KRS One album.
That one's awesome, and I'm still number one. That's
I
love that shit. I love it. I have a really cool KRS story. It's one of my favorite shows I ever was involved in. It was me, my big bro RA, and KRS One in Barcelona, and this was a couple years back. I'm gonna say 5 or 6 years ago. And it was like 800 Barcelona folks just going crazy. It was like party central, and KRS was really humble. Like before he went on, he's the headliner, of course, but before he went on, he was like on stage with us for a little bit, just rocking out and vibing. And I'm like, I'm like, oh shit, that's KRS. So I'm bugging out. And then we go to, I go to the backstage a little bit just to see, I had never seen KRS live before.
Right.
So as soon as Black Cop, the whole place went insane. The whole place, just the roof blew off the place when he jumped on stage. It was insane. Insane sound. And then this big one sounded the police and stuff. But when you hear those live, you just hear all those people lose their mind. It was insane.
Dude,
it was a great experience.
What do you say? 30 years ago, there were no black cops. Oh, shit. You just brought back so many fucking memories on that shit, man. Oh, man. Oh, shit. How long ago was that, man, that you were up on stage with them?
I'm going to say 5 or 6 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. Maybe 6 years ago now.
Wow. Okay. Because I hope do you mind me saying your age?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
no problem.
You were 25.
25.
So that means you were 20 years old at the time.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay. So now, because there's so much that I want to cover, and I'm trying to take my time but I do eventually want to get to the phone calls. But now, so 9 years old. So what comes next for you after high school? Are you already recording now?
So I had a cool little head start where when I was around 15, 16, I had my own little setup. I had I had Pro Tools.
Okay.
I had Pro Tools. I got my own little setup. I saw my good friend DJ. He was buying his own mic and his own interfaces, and he recommended. He was like, "Yo, get your own stuff. It's worth it." And I want to shout out Moe too. My guy Moe. He had his own setup, and I got that. So I ended up being. I wouldn't call myself a mixer or a master. I'm not technically an engineer, but I always felt like I was. It would always be my boys coming over and rhyming in the mic, and we're making 10-minute long posse cut songs and stuff with all the homies, and I'm the guy putting it together. So I'm like, oh, this, you go first, you go second, and I'm putting it all on the computer. So I was always that guy growing up.
Now the Pro Tools come easy to you to work?
It probably took a couple days, but for a while it clicked. It clicked on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I remember when I first got my first, it was like a what do they call it? They give you like a fucking CD, you put it in and you upload it. They only gave you 8 tracks. And I'll be honest, it was very hard because I come from a drum machine.
Right.
Okay, so for me to get a mouse and click, it just was not the fucking same.
I can see that because you guys too were working with a lot of analog and a lot of reels and stuff and a lot of like heavy duty equipment.
Yes.
And a lot of it. That's why I really respect when I hear the OGs and how they talk about how they were engineering sessions and with the best of them, and it's really cool seeing that vision where they're like they put me in that room where they're like, yo, I'm sitting at the desk, we got these reels, we got all this heavy duty stuff, and if one of us mess up, that can cost a good amount of hours or money and like any little thing. So they were having fun and doing their thing, but they were really more on point and strict because there's all this equipment and stuff going on, and they know that if the MC messes up or if I mess up on this button, that this can cost either my ass or all this crazy shit. Right. It could cost every.
I'm glad you're touching on it because it just reminded me. DJ Yella from NWA was just here. It was the second time that he was here, and we talked about him working on a Triton board, him splicing back the tape. He goes, if I wanted to take out the 808, I'll take that piece of tape, put it over here. If I wanted to put it back in, put it back over here, tape it back up. That's just the way it worked. That's how we had it. Today, everything's like on screen.
Exactly. That's why I have a lot of respect, because now it's so easy. And I tell a lot of my homies that love to record now is I'm like, yo, we have it easy. Like we can, if we have our own equipment, we can record a whole album in an hour if we wanted to. Back then, it wasn't that easy. Back then, it was way more timely, way more, had to have way more patience, and everything was all about time. Now it's like we can make anything we want at the start of a button.
Yeah.
We can undo anything and restart anything. And back then, it wasn't like that.
No.
So, yeah, I always tell the homies that.
No, it wasn't like that. Okay, you know what? I want to bring something up because I took some notes down, okay? And something I wanted to ask you. I want to say, somebody had shared, and I don't know how true this is, but maybe you can help me out. Discovered by legendary Ra or R.A., the Rugged Man.
Yes, sir.
In a contest at 17.
Yes, sir.
You mind sharing that story with us?
No problem. So I still like R.A. the Rugged Man. That's my big bro. That's my family. Love him to death. I got a bunch of love for him. He, without R gave me the first big start, and he took me under his wing when he didn't have to. So with this contest, I had just turned 17. R.A. announced, he's like, I have this contest going on. Tons of MCs were entering it, and a good amount of my homies at the time, they were like, yo, enter it. And I'm just like, yo, I don't mind if I don't win or not or whatever. I just want R.A. to hear my joint, because I'm a big fan of R.A. at that time.
Okay.
Like big, huge fan. Loved R.A. Love R.A. And I'm thinking, yo, I just want to record this. I'm going to record this joint. Yeah. And hopefully he hears it. So before the contest was even decided, he heard my joint. He posted it on the social, and all my boys were mentioning my name in the comments. They're like, yo, your boy posted you, already posted you. I was like, what the fuck? So long story short, I had just gotten out of a really bad car accident 2 weeks before I met R.A. I'm trying not to speed past everything, but 2 weeks before I met R.A., I was in a bad car accident. I broke 9 ribs and I broke 2 bones in my vertebrae. And I was kind of battling mental stuff where I was like, yo, I don't know if I'm going to be able to rap the same. I don't know if I don't know what's going to happen after this. And 2 weeks, and this was before R.A. had posted my joint. So on I remember the 3rd day of the hospital, that's when he posted it, and people were mentioning me in the comments. So like, yo, your boy posted you. So R.A. reaches out. He's like, yo, where you at in the world? Like, yo, at the time, I'm in Fullerton. I'm in Orange County. He's like, yo, let's link up. Let's link up. And this is, at the time, I'm 13. No, excuse me. At the time, I'm 17 years old. R.A.'s my favorite MC, lyrically, energy-wise. That's my guy. So my favorite MC's reaching out to me. Wow. And he's like, yo, let's link up. So we link up. I do some freestyles for him. And he's like, yo, let's rock. Let's rock. I want to take you to Europe. I want to take you to these shows and show you how to do stage shows and show you how to perform around the world. Feel, bro, it was literally life-changing. I went from the kid just recording in the room, doing some mixtapes, just, minding my own business. Like, yo, might not ever really possibly see fame or whatever fame is. I might not know what that is. So I'm just going to, rhyme and just have fun, just do my thing. And when that happened, my life literally changed. It was like, yo, I never thought I would be able to travel to Europe or go all these places or travel anywhere outside of my country, outside of my city, or I just never thought. So all of that was extremely life-changing for me. Yep.
Wow. Okay. So we talk about that. You touched a little bit on that, and I wanted to, maybe if you could elaborate a little bit more, the car accident.
Sure.
What happened that day?
Oh, without, let me see. I don't want to go into too much detail, but...
Okay, and you were 17 still at that time?
Yeah, I was 17. I was 17. No, but long story short, everybody in the accident is cool. Everybody's good. I'm still cool with the people in the car. Everybody's we're brothers. We're family. So I'm just happy nobody, besides my injuries, everybody was good. Like nobody died, thank goodness. So we're good, But I know because I know sometimes memories like that can also bring up tough memories for me, but also for people involved too. So yeah. Okay. But it's all love. It's all love. It's all
okay. I'll leave it at that. Now, talk to me about the lead role on VH1 movie The Breaks.
Yo, so that was the first taste of really acting, because as a kid I always wanted to be in the movies and on the screen.
And how old were you at this time?
At this time I was either late 17 or early 18.
Okay, so and how did this happen for you to get into this?
So I want to shout out my big bro DJ Premier, Want to shout out his manager, Ian. At the time, I was working really close with Preem. And Ian was like, yo, Preem's doing the music for this VH1 show called The Breaks. And he's like, yo, I know you love the movies. You know, I know how much you're a nerd. I'm going to try to get you an audition. I was like, dude, that sounds amazing. Fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. So he gets me to audition. And I went through a lot of rounds with that. There was like, I think 3 rounds I had to screen test. So the first time it was for one role. I didn't get that role. And they were like, yo, we have you in mind for another role, the one that I ended up playing. So the second time it was auditioning again. Then the third time it was like a final test to fill it out and see if I was who they really wanted.
Yeah.
So I did have to fight a little bit for that. I got the dope opportunity to me, but I still had to put in my own work as well. So that was awesome, man. It was literally the first time I got to see myself like in not on TV, but in a movie, in a production. Because the first time it was a TV show. The first time it was a movie, and then they turned it into the TV show. Then I came back for the TV show for 3 episodes. So it was a TV movie that branched off into a TV show.
So what do you enjoy better, the acting or the rapping?
Oh man, that's like a gun to the head. damn. Like, I think I got hope my fans don't hate me, but I might have to edge it out to the acting, man. I love MCing. That's always going to be in my heart. I love writing, and I still write every day as much as I can. I'm either writing 16 bars a day or 8 bars a day, just always trying to, I love doing this. I love the stage shows. I love the performances. But when you see yourself in a movie or in a TV show or something like that, it's a crazy feeling, man. It's like, and then you see the smile on your family's face where they're like, "Hey, mijo, you're on the TV." I'm like, that's crazy, right, Apollo? That shit's crazy. So it's I'm going through it, and it still feels crazy for me too, in a cool way,
That's
but
so dope.
I would say, yeah, I would have to edge it to the acting.
That's so dope. Okay, now I think I'll save that for last because there's a new movie. Okay, we'll save that for last. But let's just talk a little. Okay, so now 17, you meet R.A. How soon after meeting him did you start traveling?
Oh man, probably a month?
Okay,
maybe less than a month. Maybe it happened relatively fast. Okay. It happened pretty fast.
How long were you out with him, touring?
I think the longest, it would go from either 2 weeks to a month. I think the longest stretch we ever had outside in Europe was probably 2 months. That was probably the longest.
How was it for you, being a teenager, going out there and seeing this whole other world?
It was literally like, try to ball it up into this, but my whole life I felt like I was always in the Truman Show, like in a movie.
Okay.
So that's how it felt like. It just felt like, I was in a movie. I'm like, yo, I'm literally going like, because I'm doing things I thought I would never do in my life, but it was like the Truman Show in a cool way. Because, Truman Show's a little scary, but in a cool way. I was like, yo, it just feels like I'm in a damn movie. Like, I'm Germany, Switzerland, Paris, Barcelona, Czech Republic, like places I never thought I would ever go.
You take the stage, they give you the mic. Nervous at all?
Absolutely, 100%. I still get nervous to this day, and it's like it can't go away. It can't go away. Even like before the show, when you start hearing people say "afro," when you just hear a little hint of that, there's like bubble guts. I get them, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, I shouldn't be nervous, but I am a little bit. So
right.
It's just
now at this
natural.
time when you're going out there and performing. So I take it you had music out already. For the people that may not know, did you already have a project out there already?
So I had worked on a mixtape in 2014. It was a little bit, but I released a mixtape where I rapped over where I rapped over MF Doom beats.
Okay.
And that was like a little tiny thing just with my friends or in the community I was with, just a little thing for them. And eventually that bubbled up into a nice little following. So I would say that I had that ready before I had met R.A., but that was just kind of, sitting there just doing what it, just a little nice following. So I would say that was the first one. Yeah.
So what songs for people like who may not know, obviously they didn't see you out there in Europe, were you performing? And how many songs would you say you were performing out there?
Okay. So when I started off, It was mainly like freestyles and impressions.
Okay.
And I would do maybe 1 or 2 tracks, maybe an Afro Doom track. And then it started off pretty fast, but we also, I want to shout out Marco Polo. Marco Polo, we made an EP together on the label Duck Down called Afro Polo. So when that came out, I remember a chunk of the Europe shows from then being Afro Polo, like just performing Afro Polo tracks. And then also around that time, we shot the video for my song Code 829 not far after I met R.A. either. So that was probably one of the first songs I made after I met R.A. And I remember performing that a lot in Europe too.
Okay, and what was the response you were getting out there?
Overwhelmingly awesome. Like a great response. Wow. But it was really, when you're a guy that comes from here and then your whole life changes, it's very emotional. So you're seeing, it's like again, like a movie scene, but that movie scene that feels good. We're like, yo, the guy, you know, the guy gets the love, you know. It just felt like that. So very overwhelming, but in the best way. Just awesome.
How did you like flying? I have to ask.
At first, I remember my first plane. I was nervous as shit. I was very nervous. I remember as soon as the turbulence went right when we were about to take off, I was like, I don't know. But I'm trying not to exaggerate, but I know I've taken over 2,000 planes. I know for sure I've taken over 2,000 planes in my 25 years. And by the 10th plane is when I started not to feel it anymore. Well, I'm like, I'm good. I can fly. But after, I don't want to really talk too much about all the lockdown stuff, but after the lockdown stuff, I wasn't flying. It's like nobody was really flying.
Right.
So recently, I had to get over that that fear of flying again. I went through it again. So I was like, damn, like I was so used to just like being like just boop, 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 next plane. And now even to this day, I get a little bit shaken up where I'm just like, damn, okay. Like I just want, think good thoughts about this plane.
Happy thoughts.
Yeah, think happy thoughts about this plane. So
imagine the midget with the broom. Yeah. Was it Happy Gilmore? Are you a fan of Happy Gilmore?
Love Happy Gilmore.
I think that's when he said happy thoughts, remember? Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the broom and then the grandma with the piano and Chubbs. Yeah.
Chubbs.
Happy thoughts.
It's all in the hips. Okay, now before the name Afro, did you have another rap name, another MC name?
Man, they're gonna tear me apart, man. It was whack. It was since I was a movie nerd, my first one was Lil Flicks. It was Lil apostrophe Flicks with a Z. It was a horrible name. I'm happy I changed it. Yeah.
Okay, and why little Flicks? Just
because I was a movie nerd and I thought it was cool to have the little at the time, and I thought the Z at the end was cool at the time. So, so I was like, But yeah, little Flicks. Like I still call movies, like I call movies flicks and films and stuff, but that's how weird and old soul I am. I call them flicks. Yeah, it's like I don't know anybody else calls them flicks. So
yeah, and now, what made you go into the Afro name?
It was weird. It was like I remember I was like, yo, definitely the fro. I love the fro. I don't like myself bald, so I'm gonna keep it like this. But then I remember looking in the mirror and I was like, I want it to be an acronym. I want it to be with the dashes, and I want it to mean something like just like one of those. Like, so I was thinking, and I was literally thinking of 30 names, like 20 or 30 names. I was like, Africans fighting racism and oppression. Nah, that's too heavy. Toss that one. Blah, 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 blah. Then it finally clicked one day. I was like, all flows reach out. And this was before I was traveling or anything. So I was just like, all flows reach out. I kind of like that. So I stuck with it. And then after all the traveling and everything started happening for me, I was like, damn, I think that fits. I like it now. It's like, 'cause it just reaches out to everybody. So
that's dope.
So I stuck with that.
That's dope. Okay. You already talked about the project with Marco Polo. We already talked about the contest at 17 years old. Is there anybody out right now that, well, not out right now, whether they're alive or deceased, that you would love to have worked with?
Oh man, deceased easily Guru, Gangstar.
I met Guru. I had met one time.
How was he in person?
Well, it was like high and by type of deal.
Real quick,
Like, what's
real
up,
quick.
big dog? I'm a big fan of yours, especially Just to Get a Rep. That was one of my fucking favorite songs. And I was actually practicing going back and forth on the turntables when he actually walks in. And I met him. We were in Texas, 1991. We were on an EPMD tour. It was EPMD. The Ghetto Boys were performing. Daz Effects, a couple of and Gangstar. It was the one show with Gangstar, but I made sure to walk up to him. But you know what was funny that back then, and I know people will probably differ, but okay, it was different because in the 80s, a lot of people don't realize that East Coast was West Coast bias. They wouldn't play our shit over there at all. At all. And I got friends from New York that still say, no, we did. No, you did not. Because I got friends that work for Source Magazine that said, no, they did not. Okay. So anyways, when we would meet like our East Coast heroes, they would always notice that it was love from the West Coast. But many times, a lot of them acted like, well, we're from the East Coast, almost like they're the originators and we're second best. Okay. When I met Guru, he was nothing like that. But one of my boys had a conversation with him. And again, whether East Coast fans want to admit it or not, here's what happened. Or at least here's how the conversation went. He said, you being from New York, you being from New York, you being from New York. And then finally he said, well, I'm from Boston.
From Boston, right.
He said, I'm from Boston.
Yep.
He said, that's kind of like, he kind of likened it like LA to San Francisco. He said, we would be the Frisco. That's what he said. And then so my boy goes, but isn't that East Coast? And he goes, yeah, but New York kids, he said, New York kids don't see it like that. So I noticed like, oh, okay. Okay, so there is a little split, I guess.
Divide, yeah, a little divide, yeah.
But you know what? It just saddens me to talk about him, bro, because he's no longer here. You know, it just really, really saddens me.
Yeah, and to your question, yeah, he's definitely the first one I think of when it's like, damn, the MC who I would have really loved to work with, no question, is hands down Guru, like hands down.
Yeah.
That's my dude. Like Guru got me through really bad days in high school. Moment of Truth might be my favorite hip hop album of all time right now.
Really?
And my answers might change as I grow older, but right now, Moment of Truth is my favorite album.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna put you to the test. Okay. If I had to twist your arm, give me your all-time 5 East Coast albums of all time.
Oh shit.
Or it could be group or a rapper.
Okay.
Because you mentioned
Album?
Guru, so that would be maybe one.
Moment
I'm
of
not.
Truth.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general since rap started.
Damn.
So we have Guru, at least one.
Okay, we got Gangstar. We got. I'll instead of albums, I'll do MCs.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll do MCs. So for me, it's personal, but we got Guru in there. I'm gonna say Rakim. I'm gonna say it's a personal choice, but I'm gonna say Sean Price. I'm gonna say, damn, East Coast. I'm gonna say Pharoah Monch.
He was my label mate. He was over here at Hollywood Records, Hollywood Basic, signed to Disney, and we were together. We got signed the same year.
Yeah, that's what he's one. He's incredible.
That was when he was
phenomenal.
Organized Confusion.
Organized Confusion with Prince Poe.
Yeah. And their first single was, believe it or not, Who Stole My Last Piece of Chicken?
Yep. And I have the first album was self-titled. It was a self-titled album. It was Organized Confusion.
Yes.
So I have both of them. I got Stress and I got the original and the Equinox one too. I got that one too. But okay, so my personal top 5. I'm gonna say Guru, Rakim, Pharoah Monch, Sean Price, G-Rap.
Okay. Now let's go West Coast. Do you have any?
Personal again, guys. Personal. Fro personal. Sugar Free.
How do you go from Rakim to Sugar Free?
Like, oh man. I'm gonna go Sugar Free, Quick.
Okay.
Quick. Cube. Especially Prime Cube, like America's Most Wanted. Death Certificate.
Death Certificate is probably my favorite album.
Phenomenal. It's like a 10 out of 10 for me. Cube, Quick, Free.
You got 2 more.
Damn, that one's hard for me. Because the one thing I do relate to, you said earlier, is that I grew up mostly off of the East Coast influence. Of
course.
You know, and I can name them all day. Like I love 40, I love Pac, I love King T, I love these guys. I love Ice-T, I love these guys. But yeah, to me it was I grew up off of the East Coast influence for sure.
Okay.
But I still love these
Now,
guys.
I know you traveled to Europe, but you've been to New York?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever
That's
go
like New York is like my second home, I would say. Second or third home. One of them.
Awesome. So you did go to the Coolhurt complex, the first party? You had to.
I
huh?
have pictures. Yeah, I have pictures. I have pictures of me in front of Sedgwick.
That's dope. Did you take a picture right in front of his mural? Because it's like around the corner. I got the same thing. But that was on my page before it got fucking deleted.
Yeah. And then they also have like KRS quotes, or they have like lyrics like stapled around like the building and stuff, or just like on lamp posts and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's dope. Yeah, I like New York. I mean, I always tell people that are into rap, people that really love this hip hop culture, you got to go there at least once. You got to go there. So, and I know it's changing. Like I said, I have friends over there, but it's really changing now. But go check it out. I went to Biggie's old home where he grew up at. You know, he didn't grow up on sardines for dinner. You know, but dope songwriter. God, I forgot the fucking question I was gonna ask you, bro. But okay. We talked about the East Coast. We talked about the West Coast. Possibly top 3 favorite producers of hip hop.
Oh man, they're the obvious ones, but they're the ones that are my heart. They're the ones I grew up off of. So Preem, Pete Rock, Pete, and Dilla. Yeah, that's my top 3.
Really?
And honestly, there are a lot of common people's top 3. Like that's a regular top 3 in hip hop, but that's literally my heart. That's what I grew up off of. Like those are my go-tos. Preem is possibly going to be my number 1 of all time ever in my whole life.
Okay.
That was my ear growing up. Like I remember 7, 8 years old, the Nas, Tupac, and Biggie CDs. I remember listening to Stillmatic. And Illmatic is the classic. Illmatic is the 10 out of 10 album with Nas. But Stillmatic, I have a vivid memory of putting on a CD and hearing Second Childhood, and 7, 8 years old, having that specific song on repeat before knowing that it was Primo that produced it. So my ear was crazy like that. I was like, yo, just finding stuff out as I grow older. I was like, that's why I had that song on repeat. It was Primo. So that was just an example of how much I loved it growing up, you know.
That's dope.
So yeah, Preem's my number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you know him already, but I have to ask for the people's sake, because he grew up in the city next door to me, the Harbor area. Razzcast.
Oh, I love that guy. I just love Raz, yeah.
Okay, now I have to ask you, because I asked him this question. Okay, I had him here, and he shared the story how the Source magazine back then, if you had 5 mics, that was considered an instant classic. I think Illmatic Nas was the only one who ever got 5 mics.
Oh wow!
When he shared that when his first album first dropped, they were going to adjust it and give him 6 mics.
Which one, on So On Ice?
His Razzcast's first album.
Yeah.
Yes. He shared that story here. And I had heard it before, but I needed to hear it from him, okay? And he shared it here, okay? And, of course, much love and respect to him, but I want to say this. From my perspective, when I saw him, he seemed a little heartbroken or a little bitter. And I asked him, why did he feel that way? And he said because he felt, and I to a certain extent know, because I know the music industry from the 80s and 90s, that they shelved it, and then they just ended up just like releasing it. Like there was no strategy behind it.
Right.
Because back then, I'll tell you what Run DMC did with when they would drop singles. They dropped It's Like That, and then they ended up dropping Hard Times, and then came the album.
Right.
Okay. Back in the day, we would have dropped single, album. Every once in a while, if you wanted to drop something, you don't want to drop an album, then you drop a 6-song EP. If you didn't want to drop an EP, you drop something that few people do today. It's called a maxi single, which had 4 songs. That's a maxi single. And I still encourage people, leave the EP alone, because so many people, I'm dropping an EP. Anyways, drop a maxi single or drop an album. I like music that's going to last, because it's going to last the test of time, because good music has no expiration date. Okay, we're still talking about KRS-One by all means necessary.
That's right.
So, anyways, so now you have Razzcast, then you have Nas. I'm gonna tell you what I asked him. You take Nas's first album and you take your first album. I asked Razzcast this, whose is better? And he said, easy, mine. Okay. So now,
oh man,
I'm gonna put you in the hot seat.
and Raz is gonna kill me because I know Raz personally.
I believe it.
Yeah, he's gonna kill me.
You had to choose one.
Oh man, if I was on an island, I gotta go with Illmatic. But
Okay.
but come on, nature of the threat, like that. I can't dismiss like Razzcast's fucking phenomenal work. Like that's an incredible album.
Yes,
I
yes.
have the album. I pump it regular. I love that album.
Yes.
So I wish I had the option to take both of them, Raz, but he said Illmatic, so I gotta side a little bit with Illmatic. You know.
Okay. Say, hypothetically speaking, that somebody said, we're going to do a pay-per-view and we're going to have Nas and Razzcast go heads up, do a versus. If you had to guess and you had a bet $1,000, who would you put your money on to win?
Damn. Raz is definitely gonna kill me.
You just gave away.
But with verses, are we talking lyrical ability or are we talking bigger hits? Are we
Lyrical ability.
lyrical ability? I could edge it out to Raz. I think Raz on his best day can get Nas. No,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I'm.
I think Raz definitely has his subject matter and the way he can tackle like very crazy subjects and stuff. Raz, I think, is extremely talented with that.
Okay.
So I think he can definitely edge Nas on that edge. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions and give me the first thing that comes to your mind, okay? If I say a certain sport, I want you to tell me what person comes to your mind first, okay? Here we go. Boxing,
Boxing, Ali,
golf,
Tiger,
basketball,
Kobe,
okay, baseball. Who's the first person? It could be anybody.
Babe Ruth,
Okay, Babe Ruth, okay. Soccer,
Pele,
Pele,
Pele.
Same thing. Okay, now here we go. Rap.
Cool G Rap.
Okay, that's the first one that came to your mind, right? Okay. Is there such thing as the greatest to have ever done it when it comes to rap? Is there one person?
Damn. See, with me, I'm a psycho because I have 5 MCs for that slot. Like if somebody told me G-Rap's the greatest that ever did it, I'd be like, I have no problem with that. I actually agree with that. One point of me agrees with that. If they said Rakim was, I'd have no problem. If they said Doom was, MF Doom, I'd be like, I have no problem with that. I'm a big fan. Damn, so it's hard for me to specifically have one person as the greatest of all time because my mind, I have like 5 people for that title.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. But
Okay, well, I'm not letting you off the hook that easy.
yeah,
But,
no problem, no problem.
but for an example, people will argue today between LeBron, Kobe, and Michael Jordan. They'll debate. It's cool. At least we got 3. Okay. People will say, when it comes to, boxing, Muhammad Ali, he's the greatest.
Right.
I'd probably say that because he used to always say it.
He's my GOAT. He's my GOAT. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're a big, boxing, for me, there's 3 guys that will come to mind: Ali, Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez. Okay. Soccer, obviously, is probably Pele. Okay. Baseball, Babe Ruth. Okay. When it came to rap, the first person always comes to my mind is KRS-One. Now, is he
awesome. It's awesome.
Is he the greatest who ever done it? I can say maybe to me.
And I would have no problem with that. That's an awesome choice. That's an
Right.
awesome choice.
So, okay, give me your, not one, but maybe your top 3. You say that have ever done it the best.
Okay.
Without including yourself.
Oh, I never include myself. Damn, all personal, but Sean Price, G-Rap, Rakim. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my 3.
Do you like Eminem? Are you an Eminem fan?
I like some Eminem songs. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest M fan, but I do enjoy some M songs. Yeah.
Okay, let's name some rap movies, okay? Get Rich or Die Trying.
I enjoy it.
Okay.
I like it.
8 Mile.
I like 8 Mile. Yeah.
Hustle and Flow.
I love Hustle and Flow.
Straight Outta Compton.
I like Straight Outta Compton. I have some problems with it, but I like it.
Okay. The Tupac movie, what's it called?
I did not like that one.
That movie sucked.
Yeah,
but
that
what
movie
is it? We
movie
can't even remember the name.
And All Eyes on Me, that was 2 hours and 20 minutes, I believe. And
Yeah.
oh man, I felt it. I was, oh my God, this movie's long as fuck. I could feel it. And Straight Outta Compton was a little bit longer than All Eyes on Me, and I didn't feel that the run. I may have 1 or 2 problems with Straight Outta Compton, but that is a way superior, well-made film compared to All Eyes on Me. There's no question. I mean, it's,
Okay, Notorious.
I have problems, but I do like some things about it.
Out of those movies, which one was your favorite if you had to choose one?
8 Mile. 8 Mile.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, for me, it was Straight Outta Compton, and then I would say
Maybe Hustle and Flow. Maybe Hustle and Flow. And the thing is, like, I like the Southern rap, but I like Hustle and Flow just the way it was made, just the way the acting, Terrence Howard, Luda, like I'm a fan of the cast. I just think I might enjoy Hustle and Flow maybe the most. Enjoy, but yeah.
that'll work. To me, it was probably it is Straight Outta Compton, and then I would say Get Rich or Die Trying.
Nice. No, Get Rich is all. I actually like it. Get Rich is dope. it's fun. It's a fun movie.
Tupac releases double CD. What's it called? Was it All Eyes on Me? I forgot. Okay,
It's All Eyes, yeah.
and then you have the Biggie double CD
All
album.
Life After Death.
Life After Death. You got to choose one. Which one would you choose?
Not just because I'm West Coast, but I enjoy All Eyes on Me more than Life After Death. And if you ask me, I enjoy probably Biggie's music more than Pac's on a good day, but I enjoy, out of those 2 questions, I enjoy All Eyes on Me a tad bit more than Life After Death. Yeah.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay,
And that's how weird my brain is, because I'm the West Coast kid that loves the East Coast influence, but out of those 2 questions, I enjoy probably All Eyes on Me a bit more.
Do you still battle rap?
No, I didn't grow up as a battle rapper. I'm not a battle rapper.
Okay.
Like I've been in the 1 and 2 battles, but I wouldn't consider myself a battle rapper.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess because you had mentioned, but maybe because I'm not a rapper, forgive me if I use the word battle rap, but I know you performed,
Yeah.
and you won contests.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever get anybody? I guess like, what's up, man? I want to go heads up with you on this.
Once in a while, and just depending on my mood, sure. Just depending on my mood, like I'm a really moody guy, so you just have to have me on a good day. Like if you're on a good day, like Fro, let's go ahead, let's run, like let's do it. I'm like, all right, let's see who got it. Let's see who got the skills. So,
do you ever get anybody like when you go perform, like, yo, man, I think I could take your crown?
I'm kind of thankful that hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
And I'm sure it will happen sometime down the line, but with me, I would rather watch the battle rap more than actually be in the battle rap, because I do watch like Scribble Jams and I watch Grind Time Modes, and that's a bit, I'm kind of dating myself right there, but I do enjoy, I watch those till this day. So I do watch the battle rap, but as far as me like getting in the ring with one of those guys or something, I'd be like, yeah, I'd probably get destroyed, because these guys know how to do to make a show out of it. These guys have the energy, they have the lyrical stuff, but they also know how to work the crowd and that specific like the battle rap form and stuff.
Right.
Me, I can move a crowd on stage and songs and show and stage work, but these guys, it's a whole package when it comes to the battle rap. If you're just a lyrical guy and you go in there, you can possibly still get destroyed by this guy's energy and if he knows how to play off the crowd. Okay. So I can see that from the outside view, and I'm like, I'm a lyrical guy and I have some energy, but these guys are showing, yeah. See, I would have to study. I would, like, if I ever got in the ring, I would really study it. But,
and I'm glad you're sharing that, because again, DJ, mixtape guy, producer, director. I'm not a rapper, and I just learned something, because you're right. Because most people that are not rappers just think, well, just battle him. You're a rapper, but they don't realize everything that you just mentioned.
Yeah, there's a good amount of stuff into it.
Yeah.
It's
now,
like, yeah.
How are you with the crowd? Are you good engaging with the crowd?
I feel like I'm getting better with it, because at first I was a bit stiff and I was still learning. And when you're on stage, everything happens pretty fast. So at least for me. So I'm still taking in the chord of how to move the crowd, of what chants to say, of how to get them move in, how to get these people feeling good. And it's all emotions for me. It's, okay, I have these fast joints that are energy. I have this mellow one that can get them kind of moving like that, or I have the more crazier energy with the, we can probably get a mosh pit or two if we want to.
Okay.
So it's a mix of emotions for me. That's how I kind of tackle a show. It's like, okay, I want them to be happy, I want them to get a little crazy, a little rowdy, and let's try to make them cry a little bit with this sad song. You know, it's like just a mix of emotions. That way they can remember the show. Like, damn, like he made me cry, he made me laugh, he made me feel good. That's my goal now.
Wow.
You know, that's the main goal I'm going for now.
How long are your sets when you do go out there and perform?
So right now, I can do a solid 35 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
And that's just with the stuff I have now. But as soon as I get more music going on and everything starts rolling out, I can easily go from 45 to a solid hour with the more material.
Awesome.
Yeah, as more material pops up.
And as far as music is concerned, do you have one producer or do you have various producers that you work with?
So me, I love to work with everybody. I'm like, yo, how I am, if you're dope, you're dope. I work with producers from Africa, from Spain, from Switzerland, from Europe, from Canada, from here, from Boston, from everywhere. As long as you're dope, you're dope. Like, that's how my ear is. I don't care if you're a big guy or a little guy or whatever name you have. I always give everybody a shot because this has happened to me. I won't name any legends, but I've heard there's an occasion where a legend will send me a beat and then the fucking guy from Switzerland will send me a beat and I'm like, why is the guy from Switzerland's beat better right now? Like, what's going on? So that makes me like, yo, I give everybody a shot because you never know where that fire is going to come from.
Yeah.
You know, you never know where it's going to come from. And that guy can be the sneak. Like, oh, he got the best beat on the album. Oh, shit. You know. So.
Right. Okay. You know, now, there were 3 songs that I've heard on your YouTube. Okay. By the way, can you shout out your YouTube so that people can go follow you?
Sure. So I'm Afro with the dashes, A-F-R-O. And I also review movies. So that's Fro Thizzle Reviews. And I make beats. That's Fro Thizzle Beats. So those are my 3 YouTube channels that I do migrate right now. Okay,
we'll get into the movie thing because I'm a movie guy, so I have to ask you some more movie questions. But now I heard 3 beats. And to me, I just thought they were really different. I correct me if I'm wrong, but then again, you probably don't know which ones I heard. But there was one that where you're holding the A and then the B. And
yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about that one. But what kind of style of beat would you call that? Because I hear you rapping, but I want to hear some Criminal Minded, you know, BDP production, boom bap type of shit.
Yeah.
But I don't hear it in that. What kind of beats would you consider those?
With that one, I mean, I would say I would try to go for more I'm more influenced by like a Preem or P Rock guys who are boom bap, but I guess it's my own way of tackling it. You know, It's a different kind of style, and a lot. I try to make like what I would consider my style is boom bap, but I do try to make different. I try to get outside the box a little bit too. Okay. You know, so it just depends on the mood. But with that one, I would consider. Like the sample, I don't want to say, but it's a goofy movie. It's a goofy movie sample, and if you knew the movie, it would make total sense. I might tell you off the record. You'd be like, "Oh, that makes sense." But I try to go with different feels with beats, like and with the ABC one, those are 3 beats. The first one I made, and I want to shout out my guy, Super Brown Bum. He made the 2.
Super Brown Bum. That's a dope ass name.
He made the final 2 beats on the alphabet. So I made the first one that opens, and then he made the last 2. So.
Okay, you know what? What is the name of that song? The ABC, the
Alphabetical Algorithm.
Okay. Can I ask you to bust a little bit of that song? Do you ever memorize?
Astronomical, Afro, the animal, after advantage, animosity, antidote, anatomical, action figure, animosity. Damn, I gotta remember it.
It's okay. It's all good. It's okay.
Gotta remember it.
If you guys want to listen to it, go to his page and listen to it. Because believe me, all I heard was and I was like, what the fuck? Shit was dope. That shit was dope though. I really liked it. Now, what inspires that? The ABCD thing.
That one was that was love I want to shout out the late great Gift of Gab of Blackalicious. That was an MC that I always wanted to work with since I was a kid, and I was able to work with him before he passed away.
Oh wow.
So our song Freedom Form Flowing featuring R.A. the Rugged Man. So it's me, Gift of Gab, and R.A. That one I'm super proud of. So Gab made a joint called Alphabet Aerobics, and he's rapping the ABC in form just like that. So it was my showing love and homage to that. And then I also want to shout out Papoose. He has his Alphabetical Slaughter. Papoose did the A to Z rhyme, and then a couple MCs did too. Low Key, I think Jean Grey. But the one that I was directly influenced from was Gift of Gab's Alphabet Aerobics. And there's a cool video of Daniel Radcliffe, the Harry Potter guy. He's rapping Gift of Gab's Alphabet Aerobics on, I think, Jimmy Fallon or one of them. So that's a cool video. You know, but,
oh shit.
But yeah, my alphabet rap is directly influenced from Gab's. So
damn, bro. I wanted you to rap a little bit more, but you know, if you don't remember,
I gotta remember the fucking lyrics.
It's all right. It's all right. Is there anything that you do remember that you can kind of give the people just a little bit of taste?
Sure. At this point, I'm just doing this shit for fun. What I gotta say, pick up that mic, put down the gun. I'm a natural born funky type rhyme spitter, deliverer, graffiti rhyming like I be on the run. Big belly, big feet, big shoes. When I spit dummy, get mean, get loose. There's 5 rules to abide by in dodgeball. Duck, dip, dive, dodge, duck them all beyond on par. Now listen, I'm too goofy but dead serious. And when I do what I do, they get furious. I go stupid, but the flow be never one dimensional. Number one professional, hit is strictly fundamental. I can run that pencil, place it upon, I gotta trace it. I got all this patience. I'm the reason behind them hospital patients. Bad man, he be bigger and better. Dot man, you just another quitter, whatever. I flatline it while I masterminded the blueprint. I catch fire, half-ass rhyme is just putrid. Chilling with the fro, then you gotta live it up. And what you know, then you gotta give it up. How could you possibly be trying to fuck with that fro fizzle? All these MCs be trying to rhyme, but they so simple. Fuck it, give me a gold medal. So amazing be the fro fellow. While I'm blazing, leave the smoke settled. Don't forget, I take the time to break the back of a coward. Growing up in school, they call me Fat Albert. Little they know I got impeccable breath control. Fire Molotov, call me that master, that Mr. Sire Fro.
Oh shit. Damn. Okay, you know what? I have to put some fires out here on this live chat because this shit is fucking amazing, bro. I fucking love
Gracias.
it. Yes, he said gracias. So now let me ask you this. I know you did a song, I believe. I don't know if it was recently. I just had him here, Sun Doobie.
Yeah, shout out Sun Doobie, Funk Dubious.
Yes,
shout
yes.
out.
How was it working with him? Was that in the studio? Did you guys?
So that wasn't through the studio, but that was also connected through Adrian and Seven Soprano.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool. That was one of those tracks. Sometimes you end up doing a song for somebody, and then they either get a legend or they get somebody you really love on a song, and it just kind of works out like that. So that was one of those tracks. I was like,
dope.
I'm on a track for Sun Doobie. Cool. So,
okay,
that was dope. It was dope.
I believe you're in a new movie called Bitch Ass.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
So this one was made with the micro budget of I think $30,000, which sounds like a lot, but compared to the movie budgets like what Avengers is like a $300 million budget or
Avatar.
any of these are insane budgets. So Bitch Ass was made with $30,000, a little bit pennies compared to these guys, but I had a blast because I auditioned for this movie. I landed the role. I'm playing like this. I'm the comic relief, surprisingly, of the movie. I'm the goofy kid. So it's a group of four kids. It's a gang initiation that break into this house, and this creepy killer's there, Bitch Ass. And it's a really goofy title, but this is because he was a bully. The killer was getting called out when he was a kid, and he was bullied and stuff. It's a whole story behind it. But I was really grateful to work in that movie. We had Tony Todd, Candyman's in the movie. Really, really cool performance, a little cool cameo. But I was able to, I just love being in the movies and acting because it's like sharpening the sword too.
Yes.
It's also sharpening the sword and just the skills and just being able to land on your mark and say this line. But I had a blast with that movie. So that's on every movie platform. It's on Apple TV. It's on all that stuff.
Oh, it's out right now.
Yeah, it's been out since October 14th, I'm gonna say.
I might have to check Bitch Ass out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And remember, keep in mind it's a micro budget. You can have fun and laugh at it or whatever. But I had a blast in it. I had a great time in it. So it was fun.
Hell yeah. Okay. You gave me some ideas. Okay, now, you talked about your other YouTube page where you is it reaction to movies or what was it?
Yeah, so Fro Thizzle Reviews, THIZZLE. And it's me. It's literally nothing too fancy. If you want my thoughts on movies or just reactions to trailers or reactions, I'm starting to do some true crime stuff where I'm narrating stuff. And just for fun, this is all literally hobby stuff. It's like sometimes the music stuff can be a little stressful. So it's like, yo, I want to put this on other outlets or other tricks up the sleeve that I have fun going to. So that's what the review page is. It's personal thoughts. It's just me laid back, and you guys can get some thoughts on what I think of movies and stuff.
What movies did you give reviews on recently?
So I just did Pinocchio del Toro. I did that. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Loved that.
Really?
Had a great time. What else? I got Puss in Boots, the new Puss in Boots. I didn't put it out yet, but I'm working on that now.
And do you watch the whole movie and then give you a
Yeah. I watched the movie first. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, I'm going in the theater, going to check this out, let you guys know tomorrow. Takes me a day maybe to edit I edit everything. I do it all myself on that channel.
Shit, I might just bite that shit.
I edit everything. And it's all type of stuff too. I have like weird movies like the New York Ripper, like weird 80s Lucio Fulci movies, like all types of stuff. It's literally nerd. It's a nerd page. It's for nerds. So
I like that shit. Okay. You know what that, because you know what that reminds me of? Again, I'm thinking 80s, okay? Like if I walk in and you work in the video store and I say, excuse me, sir, how was this movie? And you've already seen it. You know, oh yeah, I seen Beat Street. It's pretty good. Think you'll like it. You know, if you like breaking, if you like graffiti, and if you like rapping, beat making, that's your movie.
Joint, yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about this movie? Oh, this is Predator 1. Predator 1 is good, and so is Predator 2.
I love Predator 2.
With Daniel Glover.
I think it's underrated.
Oh, no. That's,
I think 2 is underrated.
Okay, what about La Bamba?
I love La Bamba.
You seen La Bamba Part 2?
I have not seen Part 2.
Me neither.
There's a Part 2? What the fuck?
That was a joke.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I was like, wait, isn't Richie passed away?
No, I was gonna say they hit a school of pigeons and they went down.
Oh shit! That was a good. You got me on. That was a good one.
No, but
well, Hollywood's crazy. You never think if they made La Bamba Part 2, it's like a terrible movie. It's like a horror version or something. You never know. Like Hollywood's disrespectful. They'll make like terrible. You know, yeah, there you go. There's 7 or 6 of them. You know, and I've shamefully seen them all.
Are you a big Comic-Con guy? Monster Palooza, that type of stuff?
To this day, I've always wanted to go, never been able to go. Always wanted to go, never been able to.
Okay. I'm going to give a shout out to my brother that always disrespects me because he tells me every year that he's going to take me, and then he'll end up taking his girlfriend. And me and him are supposed to walk around San Diego for a couple of days, but then like, oh, Tony, last minute, I got a snow bunny coming with me. I'm like, all right.
Damn, you got White She-Devil with you, man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But in June, I don't know if you know what Monster Palooza is. It's I'll be there in June.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
I love all that shit right there. But my goal is one day, it's not to make money, but to open up a place that's gonna pay for itself. I want to open up an arcade, all old school arcade, sell hot dogs, popcorn, Coke, whatever. Have a phone booth and you got to put 20 cents or whatever. That's what I want to do, man. Maybe you can come by and work the.
I would love to.
Be the ice crusher.
Oh, ice crusher, damn. I'll be the movie review guy, but the recommender. But
yeah, did you ever watch? Since you're also, are you familiar with Siskel and Ebert?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
You'd be surprised how many people don't.
Yeah,
I don't. Okay, my son, he's in his 30s.
I'm a nerd, but yeah,
right. I don't think he knows who Siskel and Ebert is, but. My boy over there.
Yeah, but Ebert passed away, I think, 2014 or something like that. Because Siskel passed away in '97, I believe. Yeah. And then Ebert passed away like a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but what was homeboy that they took out his jaw?
That was Ebert. Yeah. The one with the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just brutal. Yeah.
That was fucked.
Brutal end. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, one last thing. What can people expect before we take some phone calls? What can people expect from you 2023? I know today is I believe it's February 1st. Is it the first? Okay, February 1st. We got 11 more months. What can people expect in the 11 months, from Afro?
2023 is the year of Afro's debut album. It is dropping this year. And I'm very excited about it. I don't want to give away too much of the production, but I'm very excited. We got, I can say 1 or 2 MCs. We got Inspector Deck on there. Okay. Got Chubb Rock on there.
Oh, shit.
Got MCs I love, like, that I'm really grateful that we're like, yeah, I got you, bro, no problem. Like, just really grateful. So
I did some shows with Chubb Rock.
Chubb's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Chubb. That's the man.
He
the
is.
big man.
Okay. Dumb question, but somebody named him the Big What If. Not Chubb Rock, but the rapper I'm about to mention. One of my favorite rappers, and I still bump this album to this day. I met him when his voice was there. The DOC.
Wow, DOC.
The DOC. I saw him perform.
No one could do it better. Yeah.
Yes. Now, Nelly called them the biggest what if, because nobody would ever know how big he could have been.
Right.
Okay. And I still remember the day after I heard about the crash. We had a studio session right here in Torrance, because that's where DOC, Above the Law, NWA, Michelet, JJ Fad, and portion of that All in the Same Gang album was up recorded right here in the city of Torrance.
Oh.
So I had a studio session, and it's only maybe like 15 minutes away from here. And we went in there, we were talking to the engineer, Donovan, who engineered all those projects, and they were telling us about what happened about the crash with DOC, et cetera. It was always sad because even though the first album was, to me, is fucking a mega hit for me, one of my personal favorites.
Awesome, phenomenal album.
You know, you always just want to hear him again. And then now when he released that second album with his voice, he's still spitting, but it's not the same, obviously.
Right.
You know, so that's one of my favorite albums of all time, the DOC. And I wish that things were obviously differently, because now the world is without his voice, but yet he writes for everybody. You know, so do you ghostwrite for anybody?
No, honestly, they don't come to me to ghostwrite. I would love to. I would love to. If like, if you came to Fro, if any of the OGs came to Fro, I'd be like, no problem, I got you. So
okay, so you said your debut album drops 2023. Any specific month?
No specific date. No set date. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Visuals to come with it as well?
Yeah, we'll have some visuals. We're gonna have 2 or 3 for singles before we land the album. We have one out. It's called Good Morning Fro. That's the first single out. It's the video's on my channel, and Good Morning Fro. And we're working on the second single as right now, and even the third one, blueprinting it. But yeah, definitely debut album this year.
Okay. Any shows coming up locally for you?
Rhyme Fest. I'm doing Rhyme Fest on April 15th. I know it's I'm brewing up with some local LA and OC shows here a little bit more locally, but I know the one that's confirmed recently is Adelanto. That's Rhyme Fest. Yeah, April 15th.
Okay, I said Adelanto, you said? Okay. Now it's so you mentioned your YouTube, the video is out right now, your album, visual coming out, merch, any kind of merch, any website or anything like that?
Yeah, so right now you can go on frothizzle.com, and that'll directly go to all the merch. That'll go to all the categories and pretty much anything you need. We got the baby bibs. We're still working on more merch to this day, like trying to figure, like, we have it set up for you guys and everything, but we're still trying to figure out something like what else can we make too, you know? Okay. So we have more options and stuff, you know?
That'll work.
Yeah, but yeah, frothizzle.com.
Okay, that'll work. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the, tell me when I'm connected, you guys, and we're going to go ahead and take some calls.
Sure.
Okay, let me see. Let me know when I'm connected. Am I good? Okay, let me go ahead and get the...
I've been on this for the past week, so this is all, like, this is...
Oh, hell yeah. Have you at all given a reaction to those?
Not yet. I'm working on my Rocky 1 and 2 review. I've been working on that the past week, so that should come out maybe next week. Might have
okay.
Yeah, pretty soon.
You been to Philly?
I have been to Philly, yes.
You been to the Steps? Oh, hell yeah. Did you ever run up them?
Not like the movie, but
okay.
I've done other places that weren't the Philly stairs where I did have moments where I run up a hill like do, like I try to be Rocky. So
which one is your favorite one, if you had to choose?
Gun to my head, 2. Gun to my head, 2.
2?
Yeah, 2.
Okay, mine was the first one, believe it or not.
One's awesome, yeah.
The Mr.
Awesome.
T one, which is
number
the part
3.
3.
Yeah, number
Clubber
3.
Lang. And then the very last one, Rocky Balboa.
Okay, that one's awesome. I think that one's underrated. That yes. Rocky Balboa one, because that one is probably the most emotional one. That one's the most dramatic, emotional one. I think 2 is my favorite because it's probably my favorite music. It's probably some of my favorite dramatic moments, and I just love how everything's done. We see him, the scene with running with the kids, all of that stuff. That stuff just like gave me a certain magic. But I love, the only one I really don't love is probably 5.
The Tommy Gunn one?
I think, is that the one with the robot?
No, the Tommy Gunn. That's the one.
I think Tommy Gunn is 5. Yeah,
because number 4 is the Russian.
4 is Ivan Drago. Yeah. So I think 5 might be my least favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
because Rocky Balboa is fucking awesome. That one's 6, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the one later. But that one's fucking awesome.
Did you like any of the Creeds?
I loved Creed more when I loved it when I first saw it in theaters, but when I kind of rewatch it a little more now, it kind of loses me a little bit now.
Yeah.
So two I had problems with. Three I'm not looking too much forward to, in my opinion.
Yeah, and 3 doesn't have Rocky in it.
Yeah. Well, Stallone's mad. Stallone's like, I'm not watching Creed 3. I think they have a lot of bad blood going on. The Ryan Coogler and all those guys who made the Creed movies. Right. I think them and Stallone, they got some bad blood going on or something. So it's like, yo, I mean, Rocky is Rocky. Rocky Stallone, that's Rocky, man. It's like, yo, like, honestly, I'm Team Rocky. So if you guys, you know,
that'll work.
I understand that Rocky's not in the movie, but it's like, yo, like, you know, I don't know.
Oh, well. Did you put the number up? Okay. You know what? Then maybe my thing is slow because I don't see it. Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay. Let me see right here. So if anybody wants to call in and have a question for Afro, make sure you guys call in and ask them whatever. All right. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay, let's see. If not, we're just going to continue to talk in movies and bore all you guys with nerd talk. Okay? So anybody want to call in right now. Professional. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. 2 is yes, Tony, Galaxy Note 2 is old as fuck. Yes. If you want to buy me one, feel free to buy me another phone, please. Thank you. Actually, I'm leaving the Galaxies alone. I'm actually going to the Google phone. So don't be trying to buy my style. Okay, here we go. All right. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Hello.
Can't hear shit, homeboy.
I can hear you, homeboy. Okay. Let's see. I heard his ass. You know what? I'm going to save that number so I can give it out at the very end so everybody can crank call his ass. So I saved it. Okay, here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, what's cracking, Tony? Hey, nothing but love for Afro. That's all I got to say, man. Nothing but love, Afro. I love your rap. Say, keep that shit up, homeboy.
Hey,
for real.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. Thanks for tuning in, bro.
Hold on. Let me say something. Tony, hey, I love you, homeboy. Keep doing your thing. You got your back to the fullest thing.
Gracias, carnal. Appreciate you, homie.
What is it?
Okay. Let's keep it pushing, guys.
Nope.
Let's see. Man, the other day we had the phones and they were just coming in and coming in and coming in. Okay, let's see. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Yo.
What's good, bro?
Yo, I got a question for you, Tony, and for Afro.
Yeah.
Tony, I don't know if you've seen, but Hoodstock is having King Lil G on there. What do you think about that? Because I heard you've been trying to get him on the show for a while.
Honestly, I don't know, and I don't even think about that, to be quite honest with you. He was asked maybe about 2 years ago by 3 different individuals, and I never got a response. So, you know what? I wish him well.
You know why I think he's coming on Hoodstock?
Why is that?
Because of the whole Chicano, you know what I mean? The whole going back and forth on Instagram and him pretty much just talking shit to all the other Hispanic artists. So I feel like he's gonna go on there, you know, just pretty much make a statement. But yeah, and then for Afro, hey bro, like, you know, knowing that you do music and acting and like YouTube and all kinds of stuff, what made you like basically be like a entrepreneur and like go after your dreams? Because you know how like a lot of people have dreams and goals and whatnot.
Right.
And some people, you know, like go after them for a while and then they give up. Like, what made you, you know, like keep going, or like what made you even want to pursue your dreams and not work a regular job, or you know what I mean?
Right. With me, it's I try to make sure that if I'm going to go after something, that it's something that I really love, because I know it's really easy for shit to feel like a job and for shit to, you know, to fall out of love with something that you really want to pursue. It gets really easy to do that, and it can get pretty tough, especially if you don't have enough support behind you backing you up. So I feel the thing that keeps me going is I'm grateful. I'm grateful I have the support. I'm grateful I got a good chunk of people in my corner that are telling me to keep pushing. It does get pretty tough, but that's for everybody. Everybody goes through the darkness and they go through the ups. So for everybody that wants to keep pushing and pursuing, just know that, you know, it's possible. And then when the shit keeps kicking you down to the ground, you keep fighting. And it sounds really cliche, but that's all you can really do is, you know, they can take away, you know, they can't take away your fight. You know, you got to keep fighting. So I know it's tough, man, but yeah. Yeah, it just has to be things that you really love doing. You know, you gotta, you know.
Yeah. So, last question. I don't mean to be nosy and shit like that, but like, do you work a regular job or not?
Right now, I don't. Right now, I did have a amount of time where I did go into construction. I was in construction for a good amount of time, but right now, for the past couple of years, I've been solely focused on the music stuff and just trying to branch out in ways I could find. But I'm grateful. Right now, I don't have to do a 9 to 5, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. Like, you know, that you broke out of that, and you know that you're doing what you love and shit. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and I know it can be tough balancing the 9 to 5 and the thing you want to do. So that's another thing too. That can be really tough, but it's not impossible. You know, there's definitely ways that you can find to also do. Sometimes the things you love doing keep you sane while you're going through that 9 to 5. You know, in my opinion, you know, it's like, okay, I can freestyle, I can do this thing, or I could work on the music while I can have my headphone in while I'm doing this construction or while I'm, you know, doing some work, you know. So that definitely helped me out while I was going through that stuff. It was like, yo, okay, I feel like you already have something special when you have something you want to do. Because there's a lot of people that don't give a fuck. They're like, all right, I'm just going to sit around and just kind of be this couch potato, you know, and I know how that feels too. But I feel like you already have a one up when you have something you really love doing. You have a passion. Like, yo, I want to go out and do this thing. I want to make something out of myself. So I already feel like you got a one up there.
Right. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's good talk right there, man. So,
right. Much love, bro. Much love.
Okay, brother. Thank you, Carnal. Appreciate you, homie.
All right.
Okay, let's keep it pushing. Let's see who else. All right. Here we go. Caller, your name, or where are you calling from?
Yo, this is the self-proclaimed #1 Roadium Radio Warrior calling in. Homie, the homie from the city of Escondido. Perro, what's cracking?
What's up, Perro? How you doing today, man?
Good, doggy.
Good. You got a question for Afro?
So I got two comments. I got one for you, one for him.
Yes.
For you, Tony.
Yes.
It was good to see like you bringing out a story of like when you met Guru and shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It was dope for you to have a conversation with this individual and for him to bring out that story to you, for you to be able to talk to him and, you know, conversate with him as a fan, and for him to tell you as an artist how he views himself, you know? That whole fucking San Francisco, LA fucking what do you call it? Like
analogy that he
contrast,
gave.
Homie. Yeah. Analogy, come on. And then for Afro, so what you were talking about, you said you do beats, you rap, you work behind the scenes a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like all I wanted to give you was like props because you remind me of another guest that Tony had on the show, Bobby Castro. I remember asking him if he didn't mind, you know, doing all the work behind the scenes as long as, you know, that he accomplished his goal and did what he was supposed to do, you know?
Right. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. I'm gonna check him out more. Give me send me a link to his stuff. I'll check his stuff out. The Bobby homie. Yeah,
he just won a Latin Grammy Award for writing and producing a track for one of, I believe, Jenny Rivera's daughter.
Oh wow, he's doing his thing. Nice.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. One last thing, guys. Afro that song, the alphabetical, what was it? Alphabetical algorithm, or what was it?
Yeah, the ABC joint. Yeah.
Yeah, fool, that shit's fucking fuego, my friend. I was fucking rocking to that shit since yesterday, Pedro.
That's awesome to hear, hermano. Thank you, bro. That's love right there, bro. Yeah. Thank you.
Much luck and success to you guys. I guess have a good one, man. Gracias.
Gracias, Canelo.
Thank you, brother.
All right, we're gonna take a couple of more phone calls, so let's get right to them. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
What's up, Tony? What's up, Afro? It's the Snowman. How you guys doing?
It's going down.
Hey, quick question, Afro. When you go overseas, like, when you identify as like American, how do they perceive you? Like, especially in Spain, you know, is it different, or like how do the ladies treat Afro in Spain?
So, Spain, I had a great experience. I thought that was awesome. I didn't get really of any of those looks or those judgment looks, but I did have one or two experiences in France that were pretty weird. I was in a restaurant and I was trying to order, like, I think it was spaghetti, or not spaghetti, but I was trying to order some sort of pasta on the menu. And I'm like, hey, my friend, I like this right here. And the waiter looks at me and goes, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, I just want this right. I don't want no trouble. I just want this right here. That's it. So he walks to another table and he gives the order to somebody else all nice. He's like, oh. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what did I do? So that happened to me once in France. And then I think same thing at a bakery. I wanted some bread, and the guy was like, I was like, what the fuck did I do wrong? And then the next guy that orders, he's all nice. I'm like, so maybe it's because I'm black skin? Is it because I'm American? So I did have one or two experiences like that, but that was very small compared to when I did travel. I didn't get that as much, like, overall, because Europe is huge. You have Germany, you have Switzerland, you have Czech Republic, you have all the Russia, you have all these places. But for the most part, I think the only times that I really got those weird looks for me personally were one or two times in France. Maybe in Russia, I did get a couple looks that were weird. And I think that was it for me. That was it. It just depends. Like, everybody's different. Maybe they will look at you weird, but at the end of the day, it's just a look. It's all right. Go fuck yourself. You know, if it's a weird look, but if it's love, it's love. You know, it's like, yo, that's just how I do it. But that's everywhere. That's not just Europe for me. It's like, yo, if they give me weird looks here in fucking in LA, I'm like, yo, I ain't doing that. So, yeah. So, but in Europe, yeah, no. And all jokes aside, I encourage everybody one time in their lifetime to go somewhere in Europe, like UK, Ireland. I love Ireland. Ireland's beautiful. You'll love it. Really peaceful, really cool people. They treat you really nice. Ireland's beautiful. Switzerland's beautiful for sights. Oslo, Norway's beautiful for those pretty sights. But yeah, the Eiffel Tower looks beautiful, but the people got to be a little nicer there, man. You know.
Okay, that'll work. Snowman.
Yeah, that's dope, man. No wonder Kanye and Jay-Z made the song they made in Paris.
All good. All right,
man. You guys have a good night.
All right, Snowman.
Bro. My dude. Have a good one.
Okay, let's keep it pushing, yo. Let's see who's the next caller. Here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, Tony A. What's up, man? This is Big Tim calling from Harlingen, Texas.
What's
South
up,
Texas?
Big Tim? What's good, my brother?
It's all good, man. It's cold out here, man. But just happy I got through, man. I had to make a few calls, man. And big shout out to you, my brother, man. You're a legend, bro. And I just have to give you an even bigger shout out for bringing this man on this platform, Afro. This dude he's something real special, man. I've been seeing this dude since he came on the scene. And I'm 45 years old, man. I've been in the hip hop. I got my own independent label down here. It's Real Deep Music, REELDEEP MUSIC, and it's based off of hip hop. You can check us out on YouTube. We got a new single out, a video called Villainous Heroes. And so that's my little shameless plug. We're doing our thing, you know, but I just want to give a big shout out to Afro, man, bro. Tony, man, one thing you gotta go check out what this man did on YouTube. He did a one take on a record on straight to vinyl. I don't know if you ever seen that.
That's right. Yep.
No, I haven't. I'm gonna have to go check it out now.
Yeah, it's one of my. I'm really proud of that one. Yeah. Big Tim, thank you, bro. That's love, bro. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it, man. It's a lot of love, bro.
Oh, dude, yeah, man. You know, since I think you came in like at 14 or something.
I was early 17, but yeah, I had a baby face. I mean, I still do, but yeah.
Yeah, man. But nah, man, you and RA, dude, ridiculous, dude. And I just got to give you props, brother, because there's not too many people or hip hop artists like yourself nowadays coming out with just being a younger man and just and the influences you got. And I do have a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
But I just gotta give you your flowers, bro, from one hip hop brother to another.
That's much
you
love,
know,
bro.
and but one of my questions is because I started listening to hip hop back in the mid '80s, and but see, I listened to Houdini and all that stuff, man. I listened to all kinds
Freaks
of Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. Yeah, I listened to all of that, man. One love, you know what I'm saying? And but I remember the first rap tape I ever got was called Rap Masters, and it had like a compilation.
Yes.
And I think it had like Eazy-E, Fat Chicks or 8 Ball, I don't know, but it had a bunch of different rappers on there, and that's one of the first times I really started getting introduced to the rap. And the track that got me, and this is my question to you. The track that got me addicted to hip hop and rap was Rakim's "Follow the Leader."
Oh man, come on, man!
I had to listen to that song over and over till I memorized the lyrics. Till just like I used to listen to Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, and I memorized all those lyrics. But the album that made me want to be a rapper, and I know this is just off the wall because I grew up on KRS-One and all that was. Well, the 2 albums, but the main one was Ice-T's The Iceberg. And I still jam that album to this day. I don't know, he put that so visually together. I don't know, that album's like a mega classic to me, and it made me want to be an artist. I feel like, man, I love to start freestyle.
I love that album, but for me, I remember having a vivid memory of OG Original Gangster. That whole album, that was like a super vivid, super vivid memory for me. Where I was like, yo, I was rhyming that whole song damn near word for word. Yeah.
That album was dope as fuck too, but it was the Iceberg. Every time I listened to that album. And then the other one was the one that all these people are listening to it. Go check this album out. BDP Edutainment.
Yes, sir.
Edutainment.
Yes, sir.
From start to finish, that album is classic, man.
Absolutely.
And of course, all the stuff that Tony A did with DJ Quig and High C and all that. Oh man, those nights for me were 40 ounces and blunts and cruising and doing all that good stuff, man. Those bring back Nike Cortez. That brings back a lot of great memories too, man.
Thank you, my brother.
I still jam all that stuff. And I just want to send you guys shout out. Tony, please check out that video. This guy dropping a 1 take straight to vinyl, bro. Super dope, man. It's on YouTube. I know you'll really appreciate it. Thanks for putting a dude like this on this platform.
Hell
man.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Hell yeah.
You're the man, bro.
Shout
Thank
out.
you,
God
brother.
bless y'all, brothers, man. You have a good evening.
You too, brother.
Real Deep Music, Villainous Heroes. Check us out on YouTube, brother.
Got you. Villainous Heroes, right?
Yes.
Villainous Heroes, Real Deep Music, Big Tim and MC Pi Z.
Got you.
That'll work. Thank you, my bro.
All right, man. Take it easy. Appreciate y'all.
Likewise.
Peace, brother.
All right, we're going to take about 2 more phone calls. Let's see who's going to get it in. Caller your name or where are you calling from?
Hey, good evening to you both. This is Frank calling from Oregon. Just had a question for Afro.
Yes.
So, hey, Afro, did you ever listen to a Chicano rap artist by chance?
No, I got to get into more. Do you have any that you could recommend me?
Yeah, man. Actually, I was in my garage earlier working on my trucks, and usually I listen to the genre of, the African-American side, like C Murda. Have you ever heard any of his songs?
Oh, you said C Murda?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was Chicano rap, though, no?
No, I guess.
Oh, 2 separate things. 2 separate things.
But,
my bad. Yeah, I know. C Murda. Many stuff.
I do both Chicano rap and the African American side, but I'm just saying,
dope.
On the African American side, I listen to C Murda, but on the Chicano rap side, I recommend a song. It's by Little Rob. It's called "Can I Get a 20?" And yeah, whenever you get a chance, you should look up that song.
So "Can I Get a 20?"
It talks about like his struggle, and yeah, that song. Did you hear it?
Got you. No, I know you said Lil Rob, right?
Yeah.
I know who Lil Rob is, but never checked. But I never heard the song. I wrote it down, so I'm gonna check out the joint. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've called in before, and I gave King Little G my respects. But you know what? Just because I gave him my respects, it doesn't mean I'm on his side. It's not about sides. I give all of them their respects. So yeah, I think they're all amazing artists. So yeah, you should definitely get into it, man.
No, definitely check it out. I'm always looking for new stuff to listen to. So no question. Yeah, I'll definitely check some more out. You know.
Cool. It was really awesome talking to you, Afro.
You
Keep
too,
doing
brother.
your thing, man.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
Frank.
night.
My guy, Frank. Thank you, bro.
All right. We're going to take, if we keep it short, I'll take two more. If not, we'll just take one. So let's get this phone call in. Here we go right here. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, what's up, you guys? This is another shameless plug. Miguelito's Tattoos.
Miguelito's
on Instagram.
Tattoos. Yes, that's right.
Jesus Christ.
What's good, my bro?
Miguelito's Tattoos, right?
Yes.
That's me, sir.
How are you, brother?
I'm very fortunate to actually be the last caller.
So far. So, go ahead, bro.
I think I've been the last caller like 3 times already. Yeah, all right, so here it goes. All right, I wanted to ask you just one question, Afro. Just one question.
No problem.
Straight, short, and direct. All right. Afro, my question to you is, are you willing to spit a freestyle right here, right now on Roadium Radio?
I just did. No, let me see. I usually love a beat behind it, but you see me on the podium chilling with Tony. You should know the fro is on the Roadium. How we do it. Howdy doody on the caller calling in. By the way, to the proudly you speaking know when I'm balling in. On the speaking of rhymes, I know it's on the deep and divine. The way to keep in the minds you already know and keep you falling in. So how I know it's you falling down like Michael Douglas. So I know when I'm calling around lifting my mic is you nothing.
Ooh, my goodness. Miguelito, was that good?
It's approved.
Yeah. That'll work, my bro.
Where are you guys at? Where are you guys? Do you have a tattoo shop? Where are you guys at?
Yeah, actually, I tattoo in different tattoo shops from different areas. When I tattoo for so many, I tattoo with so many coworkers in the LA County that eventually they ended up getting their own shops. So I always like to go to different shops and tattoo in different areas in California. But specifically, I got my apprenticeship on the city of Pico Rivera.
Okay.
There's a tattoo shop called Latin Skulls. And I also tattooed with some of the boys out there in Montebello, in Art Driven. And also tattooed one Rage Tattoo Shop in East LA. And yeah, dude, got a couple other coworkers in Montclair. There's another tattoo shop that's called Alpha 7. One of my close coworkers named Geronimo. He's a really good, talented tattoo artist. Yeah, dude.
Dope,
Jimmy Inc. He's one of the. I was an apprentice under Jimmy Inc. Oscar. Let me see. Sandra Carlos.
All good, my bro.
Also, yeah, dude. Yeah, but thank you, sir.
All good, my Miguelito. Gracias.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you, homie.
Appreciate you, bro.
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna give him one more phone call because if you're gonna call, turn down your TV and get directly to your question.
Who's the troll for the Jesus Christ one? That one took me out, man.
Caller, your name and where you calling from? You're the last caller.
It's Jay from Fontana.
Jason from where? Oh, Fontana.
Fontana.
It sounds like an ill name, man. Like 80s action star.
Yeah. What's good, my bro?
Yo, man, I'm glad you have this man on your podcast today, man. He was born in the wrong era. He belongs in the golden era of hip hop in the 90s.
Thank you, bro.
He could spit, man.
Yeah, I would say 80s.
But
go ahead.
yeah. I mean, yeah, he could be in the late 80s, going to the new era in the early 90s with Illmatic, with Nas and all that.
Yeah.
Prodigy from All Deep. You fit in perfect with all that stuff, brother.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
But
that's my heart. That stuff's
but
my heart.
yeah, for sure, man. You deserve to be there, man. And I just hope people keep looking you up. And to be honest, hey, don't listen to none of that Chicano thing, man. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
It's just hip hop. It's just hip hop, bro. Don't listen to that. Hey, you listen to whatever you want, bro. I'm just giving it a hard time.
I'm getting conflicted now. I'm like, yo.
It's all good, my bro.
Yes, I'm gonna do the app that Tony has. Ha 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 ha.
All good, my bro. All good.
All right, thanks, Tony.
All good, my bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
My bro, appreciate you, bro.
Go ahead, Alex. Hell yeah, that's a dope one. Hell yeah. Sounds like a horny ass fucking. What's that guy's name? Do I make you horny, baby? Do I?
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. Is that him?
No, that's
That shit. Yeah, we can take these off now. Okay, let's wrap this up. I can't wait to see more of your reactions. You know, I'm really excited for that because I'm a big movie guy.
Thank you, bro.
Now, let me hit you with the question: greatest comedy movie of all time?
Oh, come on, man. That's damn near impossible for me.
For me, it isn't.
Oh, fuck.
Want me to give you mine and then kind of like, you want me to wait for your answer?
Give me yours.
Coming to America.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Great choice. Fuck, it's a great choice, too. Oh, fuck.
Are you a Caddyshack fan?
Love Caddyshack.
He's like a Grandma's Boy kind of fan.
I love Grandma's Boy, too. I actually review Grandma's Boy.
What about Fanboys?
I gotta rewatch that one. That's the Star Wars one.
Yes,
right?
that's the Star Wars.
I gotta rewatch that one. I gave Grandma's Boy a 10 out of 10.
Shit.
I love Grandma's Boy. It's one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
So, I'm a weird kid. Let me see.
What's it called? Fuck, what's the name of that movie? Balls. Spaceballs. You like Spaceballs?
So that's all the
Mel Brooks.
That's all the Mel Brooks. I was gonna say Mel
Blazing
Brooks.
Saddles.
Yeah, Blazing. I love Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles fucking hilarious, especially the part where they're eating the beans and they can't stop farting. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I'm not me neither. I didn't love that one. Yeah,
me neither. He likes because he wears tights. So.
It's a roast sesh. It's a roast.
Okay. Let me see. What else? So what's a good one for you?
I can give you my favorite personal movie of all time, and it's extremely weird. It's a weird choice. Day of the Dead, 1985, George A. Romero. That's my favorite movie of all time. Really? And George A. Romero is my favorite filmmaker of all time. Yeah. And I also have Dawn of the Dead in my top 5 ever.
The old school 80s one?
Yeah, 78. Yeah,
yes.
70. I have that one in my top 5 ever. And but Day is my favorite movie of all time. And honestly, if they had a gun in my head, like, why? Why that movie? And I'm like, well, I love the writing, I love the acting, love the characters, love the gore, love the blood, love the zombies, love the way it's directed. I love the dramatic dialogue. Yeah, that's my favorite movie of all time. Day of the Dead.
Okay.
Such a weird, like, I don't know anybody else. Like, maybe 5 other nerds in the world that are probably like, yeah, that's my favorite too. But yeah.
Okay. See, to me, okay. Favorite actor of all time?
Oh, it's a cop-out answer. Denzel. It's a cop-out answer.
For real? Denzel?
Yeah, Denzel's my GOAT, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can see people have the argument that Denzel plays the same guy in every movie, and I can see that. But
it's all good.
To me, I think he has the best charisma, the best aura ever in the movie. Like, the guy is incredible.
Okay. I would probably just say as of right now, my favorite actor he's been my favorite actor since I've been a kid, but also his movies he's been directing as well. Clint Eastwood.
Clint's the man, yeah. Clint arguably might be the best director ever. Like, yes. It's a great argument. I mean, it's got what? This guy went from Unforgiven to Gran Torino. That's like years apart, and I love both of them almost equally. Like, Gran Torino is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yes,
yeah.
that one.
And that one, when you think about it, it's just a grumpy old man. You know, it's just like Unforgiven is more action packed or more stuff going on. But Gran Torino.
Now I'm gonna name this actor.
That movie.
and I know you know who he is, and most people his age will not know. You know who's at least in my opinion, two underrated actors, and they never really get a lot of their fucking flowers. Gene Hackman.
I love Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman's the man, and fucking Morgan Freeman.
I love Morgan. So I recently just rewatched Enemy of the State with Will Smith, and I thought Gene Hackman stole the whole movie. As soon as Gene pops up on screen, I'm like, damn, Gene stole this whole movie. Like, like just a great awesome. That's probably my personal favorite Gene performance. Just how he dominates it.
But also in Unforgiven, he was great.
He was awesome in Unforgiven. That's the one that won him the Oscar. He won an Oscar for Unforgiven.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big Oscar guy, but I know that stuff too, just because I'm a nerd. But Morgan, yeah, Morgan, I'll tell you a very underrated Morgan performance, Street Smart, and he plays a pimp.
Morgan, Christopher Reeves.
Yes, and Morgan Freeman, he's like smacking females around, and it's like a crazy performance. But he plays a dirty scumbag very well.
He's like, shut up, bitch.
Yeah, it's just. I'm like, damn, you just slapped, damn, Christopher Reeves woman. I'm like, damn.
Yes,
he wasn't playing in that movie. He was ruthless in that one.
See, and that was in my video store. That movie. I remember
Street
that.
Smart.
Yes, I remember that.
Street Smart.
Man, see, you know what's crazy about you is because again, my age and I have so much in common with you. We could talk movies. That's my shit right there. I'll tell you. Well, here's a couple of my favorite movies, maybe off the top of my head that come to mind. Maybe 4 of them. And this is not in a row. Probably my favorite Al Pacino movie, Carlito's Way.
Okay. Love it.
Gladiator.
Okay. Russell Crowe.
Okay. The Pianist.
Okay, that's Adrian Brody, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what the fuck's that other movie? A lot of people may not like it, but I love it. Schindler's List.
Love Schindler's List. I think it's awesome. Great movie.
Yeah.
The music's great. It's fucking shot extremely well. The black and white with the little girl with the red dress, like phenomenal. Yes. It's phenomenal.
Here's another good movie. I think it's called Illusionist.
Illusion. Yeah, that's with Edward Norton, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a badass movie. Yeah. Now here's another one I want to drop in your lap if you haven't seen it. Immortal Beloved with Gary Oldman. He plays Beethoven.
Yeah. That's insane.
It is.
No, Gary is in my top 5 actors of all time. And at one point, he was my GOAT. Like for me, it's Denzel just because of the charisma and a nostalgic bias. But Gary arguably might be the greatest physical actor where he transforms into another person.
Big time,
he's insane. Like Gary's skills are fucking insane.
Now, we're not talking about Gary Coleman. We're talking about Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, yeah.
Remember in The Professional? How he ate that pill?
Yeah, he's the best performance in that whole movie. I think Gary Oldman and Jean Reno is great as Leon, but Gary Oldman, that's literally his show. He's going insane, cracking his neck, listening to Beethoven. He's like, "Do you listen to Beethoven?" Great performance. He's a psychopath in that movie. He really is. He's cracking his neck, and that was all improvised. That was all his idea.
Yeah,
it wasn't in the script. All that stuff and the Beethoven, I believe, was all Gary's idea.
You know, it was another pretty good movie. These guys were my friends at one point. I haven't talked to them, so it's hard for me to consider them friends. But still, because I haven't talked to them in years, but much love and respect to them. The Hughes brothers, The Book of Eli.
Oh, I love Book of... You know, I think that one's underrated. I saw that one in theaters, 2010. I saw that one in theaters and loved it. And I know people who hate that movie. They're like, oh, that movie sucks. And they hate the twist at the end. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. But the twist at the end never really bothered me because you can rewatch the movie and be like, oh, you can see what his condition is. I get it. You can rewatch. That's why I like the movie so much, because you can rewatch it and see and see the parts that lead to the twist. So I know people who hate Book of Eli, but I love that movie. I think it's an awesome movie. And we were talking about Gary Oldman. Denzel, it was Denzel's idea to have Gary Oldman as the bad guy in Book of Eli. They were looking for the villain, and Denzel was like, damn, who plays a great villain? Who's someone I haven't acted with yet? Gary Oldman. So Denzel recommended Gary for the bad guy. And that's and we have 2 of my favorite actors ever going head to head in Book of Eli. Yeah. They don't have any crazy action showdown, but acting wise, they have some good chewing scenery going on. So yeah, and those are 2 of my favorite actors ever in one movie. So.
You ever see Devil in a Blue Dress?
Yeah, love it. Love it. That's Don Cheadle. As much as I love Denzel, Don Cheadle steals the show. I think he steals the show as the gun guy, the funny guy helping him. Mouse, right. I think Mouse, yeah. Great performance. Love Devil in the Blue, yeah.
You like Harlem Nights?
Harlem Nights has one of the best casts ever. We got Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. You got I'm blanking, but it's a phenomenal
Arsenio.
cast. Yeah, Arsenio. It's a phenomenal
Bro, you're 25.
cast.
How do you know this stuff?
I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho.
I love it though.
It's many hours of just researching, or it comes my way too. I'm like, what's this? What's this?
Fuck, bro. I could keep going on, especially with movies. Okay. All right, bro. I'm gonna ask, and maybe I don't know. It'll probably be a no, but I'm gonna ask that maybe we can do an episode where we just talk about movies. If you would love to come back,
I would love to.
Okay.
I would love to.
Okay, we'll do
awesome.
I would love to do it possibly the end of March or the beginning of the March, April. I have some food here for us. If you want some candy, some beer, some sodas, and we'll pretend we're at the movies.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and then we'll just talk about movies.
Let's do it.
That'll work.
Let's do it. I'm down.
We'll call this sneaking in the movies. So,
yo, I still got a little bit of that ghetto side. I mean, I'll be taking them chips in the back. And sometimes it depends on the movie theater. But I went to this movie theater one time, and I think a large popcorn was $19.99. I was like, y'all are bugging. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So next time I went, I was like, I'm about to sneak. I'm about to
jumbo jack.
Got my hot Cheetos here real quick. I'm about to put this in my bag and just put my hands in my pocket like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to do it.
No, I mean, I remember the last time I went out, me and my son, a big popcorn, 2 large Cokes, 2 hot dogs, nachos, $400. I'm being sarcastic, but you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about.
And sadly, there might be 1 or 2 movie theaters in the world that do charge that price. You know, so it's like, damn.
Exactly, my bro. So listen, it's been honestly a pleasure having you here. I almost feel like you're my age, and then I feel like I'm your age. So it's been nothing but a blessing, man. So honestly, I want to thank you, brother.
Thank you, bro,
for coming through.
Thank you for having me, man.
Adrian, thank you for connecting me. Honestly, this has been a tremendous blessing.
Adrian.
Yes.
And Seven Soprano, what up, peoples?
We will definitely have a sneaking into the movies episode, and we'll definitely give you the ghetto perspective of these movies, at least from our perspective. So,
run, bitch.
Well, Hollywood Shuffle. You a fan of Hollywood?
Come on, man. Robert Townsend.
Have you ever had a winky dinky dog or a whole cake?
Whole cake.
Okay.
Whole cake.
Any shout outs, my brother?
Shout out Adrian, Seven. Shout out my bro Josh. Got a lot of stuff going on. I've been writing a lot. Trying to get more into the movies back again. So I got some auditions going on. But shout out everybody watching, everybody tuned in. Support Tony. Support this mob, and that's how we do it.
Absolutely. So once again, I'm going to give a shout out once again to Afro. I'm going to ask you guys to follow him, like, comment, subscribe on his page. Go check out his movie page as well. Also, I want to give a shout out to, once again, Adrian for the connection. Let me give you guys a sneak peek of what I got coming, okay? Because everybody's talking about, other artists appearing on other podcasts. You know what? Much love and respect to all the other podcasts and to those artists. But I'm going to give you at least 2 artists that so far, one of them has confirmed, and the other one told me yes, gave me a verbal agreement. We just don't have a date yet. I'm going to have B-Real back, okay, for Smoking with the Wizard, and then I got Cuban Links coming. So one of them just did not give me both of them told me yes. One of them already confirmed. The other one just needs to confirm on the date. So we got big things coming to Roadium Radio where we just talk hip hop. We stray away from the politics. We stray away from all the other mess. We just want to keep it pure music. So I want to thank everybody who liked, comment, subscribe, tuned in, subscribe, shared, all that. Also, let me give a shout out to my team, my boy Norbert, News on Norbies. As of right now, I believe we're going live tomorrow. If not, possibly Friday. I'm not sure when we're going to do it. Also, let me give a shout out to my boy Alex Cervantes Enterprise. If you guys need a transmission, a smog, brakes, or even eggs. I think he's selling eggs too because eggs are expensive. Okay. 120 for 60 or for like 80 eggs, something like that.
$80
or
for 120.
Okay, well say it in the mic.
$80 for 120.
Yeah, okay.
The brown eggs.
The brown eggs. Okay.
I remember when they were selling the toilet paper and
hell yeah,
all the Puerto Rico stuff, and now we're selling eggs.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Also, let me give a shout out to my son, B-SKANLESS. Also, let me give a shout out to the Hip Hop Jedi. I can't forget that. And I also want to give a shout out to myself. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. No, thank you. Okay. Also, much love to all my moderators, everybody who called in. I don't know. Do we have anything else, guys? Okay, the membership will be coming soon, you guys. The membership, we're gonna have everything behind the scenes, okay? Stuff that I never released before, stuff that you guys have never seen, behind the scenes of the Chicano rap documentary that I'm directing once again. So you guys are finally gonna get to see who's in it, because all you guys wanna ask. But that's for the membership. And then follow me on my new page my new page been up? It's once again at Tony A the Wiz. Not Tony A's taking a whiz, but Tony A the Wiz. And if you don't see it on the screen, it'll be on the description. And follow me there and ask me whatever the hell you guys want. If you guys want the teas, hit me up. It'll cleanse your whole stomach, and you'll be peeing out your booty before you know it. So other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow or Friday or Sunday. So much love, much respect. Once again, Afro, I'll see you in the balcony.
Thank you, my brother. Thank
we
you.
out of here.